was built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on the gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna end.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quite so thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic, with this logic, you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic. Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah. I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic. Keep them out your face, no way, you don't want it, yeah. Don't try to drain my energy. The enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily, spreading like a rare disease. But I won't let it get to me. I don't need your therapy. I can leave a legacy of leading by intensity. Come on, we can fight this. Freedom is priceless. Spread just like a virus. Living in a crisis. Do you feel courageous? Do you seek greatness? Trust me.
Awesome power of nature. Hot excitement goes after you get struck by lightning. There's thunder.
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the Hardcore Sports NFL Sunday Morning Show, episode 9 for week 9 of the NFL season. I'm here with my guys, AK Mac the Giants fan and NYG 7085. How you guys doing?
Just enjoying the bye week. Just enjoying the bye week.
Hey, we're technically on a bye week. We just played on Thursday, so we're enjoying today as well.
Yes. I see our buddy Thomas is he's not going to be enjoying the bye week this week. He's going to be in a battle this afternoon against Minnesota.
Yeah, I mean,
I like him for the
every
upset,
team is off except for the Commanders.
I do too. I don't know why. I like this Commanders team. I think they're gonna surprise the Vikings. I feel the same way as you do, Mac.
I don't know how I feel about that, but let's just get right into it. So, what game last week caught you guys off guard? Whoever wants to go for it.
The Raiders. Do the Raiders just want to play football anymore? I'm really starting to wonder. Does this football team want to play anymore? I mean, you go and you get – not only do you lose to the Saints last week, you get straight up embarrassed against the Saints. You get shut out. Does Josh McDaniels want to lose his job? I mean, is he trying his hardest right now to lose his job? Because the way he's coaching and the way this football team is performing, it's like they just don't care. So, I mean, by far, it was the Raiders. The Raiders and that performance last week was disgusting.
Yeah. Mac or AK, you guys have another game or you agree with Jeff?
I mean, yeah, that game was pretty rough for the Raiders, but I was going to go a different way with it. That Falcons-Carolina game, I was just surprised just how entertaining that game was. That game was fun game to watch all the way down to the end. It was just I was just surprised those two put on a show like that. I mean, I didn't expect those kind of fireworks in the game. It was just, I thought it was going to be kind of one of those kind of boring division games between two very so-so teams, and they surprised, put on a good show. It was good, one of those kind of games you would love to buy a ticket to, invest your money in as a fan. So I was surprised by that game.
Yo, what's up, Thomas?
Yo, what's going on with y'all? How y'all doing? My apologies for the tardiness.
No, you're good, man. We're all good. So, was there a game last week that caught you off guard, score-wise?
not to be just biased, but yo, man, that Commanders game, the way we finished it, I thought it was a wrap. To be honest, bro, I thought we just gave Sam Ellinger his first win as a starter. Thought it was done. And then Heineke come out of nowhere with this Terry McLaurin, all that, bro. It was a very subtle game. Also, that Carolina game, just the helmet thing, because then Terry did it like a couple hours later. But like we called a timeout technically, so technically the field of play was dead. So it's just, I wish they wouldn't call that a helmet call. I mean, it's not delaying the game. It's just, I mean, those things are uncomfortable. I just thought that this game was decided off of a man taking his helmet. This was ain't sit right with me, man.
Yep. AK, what about you?
Man, I'm going to go with Monday night's game. You know, the Bengals and the Browns. The Browns clapped the booty cheeks off the freaking Bengals, man. I'm not even playing. Like, I thought the Bengals would put up a better fight than what they did, but holy shit, Joe Burrow got his ass kicked, dude. Like,
it looked like 2 years in a row they just said figure it out on that O-line, bro.
Right, man? Like, Joe Burrow, man, if I was him, I'd sit until I'd be like, I ain't playing another damn down until you fix this offensive line.
Yeah.
I mean, my God, man. He's going to get killed back there. So, yeah, I at least thought the Bengals would be a little bit more of a threat to the Browns, but wow.
I think the Bengals thought they did fix the offensive line this offseason. I think they're realizing that they failed in their this offseason, man, getting that job done. So
the left tackle's awful.
As the New York Giant fans know, back to the drawing board.
Yes, no doubt about it.
Bro, I don't know
Cincinnati, I'm spending every first round, the second round that's going on O-line till I get it right, bro.
Oh my God,
I believe in doing that with quarterback, but since you got your quarterback, bro, first and second picks is going O-line, bro, until we get it right.
Man,
They need a left tackle. Their left tackle sucks. He was getting abused the entire game. He was getting just juked out, spun around, bull rushed. I mean, Jonah Williams, this dude's not a left tackle. You got to get yourself a blindside guy at least. I think Lyle Collins was their best offensive lineman. That's saying something. Because everybody else on the line is garbage.
I'm not sure exactly how you upgrade your O-line and fucking get worse, but they figured it out.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how they did
That was possible.
I didn't either, but it happened. So
I'm trying to think. I mean, does Eagles and Texans count or no? Because that was technically.
That was this week. Technically.
That was this week. Okay, I'll save that for next week. I got to go with the Raiders. I'm just so done with the Raiders. I'm not even picking them for the rest of the year.
I got another one. The Jets. The Jets were supposed to have a prove-it game last week. This was going to be their time to finally take down Belichick after they've been rolling lately, and then they put up that game. I know there was a couple of plays that were very questionable, including that one play where they got the pick six, and then it ended up being a 15-yard penalty for roughing the passer. I mean, that game right there was a season-defining game for the New York Jets, and they just let it go. Belichick is in that team's head.
Bro, Belichick is that dude, man.
Are we just going to ignore the fact that the Dolphins only won by 4 points against the Lions, or are we just going to let that one go?
Hey, look, the Lions find a way to be in it. They just don't complete it. Like they just find a way to be in it, man. Like,
but it feels that the Lions only lost by 4 against Miami. That's impressive.
Yeah, it feels like what year was that? 2007. It feels like 2007, 2006 all over again. Like the 0-16 season, where it was like, yo, you just kept being in it, but never completed one, bro.
You never know how to get the W.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, who was your player of the week last week? Tymus, I'm going to start with you.
Oh man, that's an easy pick for me, bro. I'm gonna go with Koo down there in Atlanta's kicker. I mean, just to come out, balls will still get it done like that, bro. Shouts out to him. There was another kicker last week that I can't remember as well. Dang, who am I skipping on right now? There was another kicker that went down to the wire. Had to kick 2 in the last 2 minutes. And I can't remember. Yeah, but Koo, shouts out to him, bro. Balls will steal and win the game. I love when kickers get out there and got to prove it like that, bro. Kicking is no small feat in the NFL. I think we're now seeing that a little bit more as we start moving the line back. The kicking range has gone from 40 yards. Now we expect the 50-yarder at least once a game now. So yeah, shouts out
Like
to that
60 yarders now.
bro. I'm about to say, yeah, like 60 yarders are like once every 2 weeks now, bro. It's like a 62, 63. You're like, all right, cool. That's becoming the norm. So it's like, yeah, like that is not guaranteed. If you ever get down to that field and look at that goalpost, you will be confused at how these guys do it, bro.
All right, Mac.
I'm gonna go CMC, man. Having his give it his real first game with his new team. I mean, it's technically his second game with the 49ers, but this week he had actual 4 week of practice going into the game. Goes out there and showed up and showed out, man. A passing touchdown, a receiving touchdown, a rushing touchdown. Ain't seen that since LaDainian Tomlinson did it way back when, man. It was an impressive performance, man. Definitely was a big factor in the 49ers' big win over the Rams, and they just keep on finding ways to defeat the Los Angeles Rams. That's just that team that's going to continue to be that thorn in the Rams side, man. The 49ers just keep getting it done against the Rams. I can't even remember what that win streak is up to now, but it's nuts, man.
Yeah. Jeff.
I'm going to give it to a couple of players on the Cleveland Browns, and that's Jacoby Brissett and Amari Cooper. I mean, you want to talk about those guys going out there and them stepping up their game against a divisional opponent. I mean, Jacoby Brissett, he had a hell of a game over there. He had a rushing touchdown. He had a throwing touchdown. He had almost 300 yards passing. And Amari Cooper, that beautiful catch that he had down the field, that fingertip catch near the middle of the field, 53-yarder, he went off in that game, and he showed that he could still be a pretty damn good wide receiver in this league. So got to give it to those guys over there in Cleveland. Jacoby Brissett and Amari Cooper had a hell of a game over there against Cincinnati's very poor-ass defense.
Mm-hmm. AK, I think I know where you're going with this, so please don't pick the one I'm picking.
Man, listen, dude, I'm going to say this. I picked y'all to win this past week.
Oh, okay, so we don't even know what I'm thinking of. Okay.
And I got to say, man, I'm giving it to Geno. All right, Geno is playing out of this fucking world this year, bro. Like, and I'm going to keep giving it to him because I trash talked this dude so hard this offseason. They have no chance in Seattle. Geno Smith is the starter. Like, man, he is out here balling right now. You know, he's on Hurts's level. He's on. I'm sure the Giants consider DJ on that level at this point right now. Like, there's a lot going on in Seattle that I'm amazed with, man. And for them to come out here and beat the Giants the way they did, that I'm impressed, man. So Geno Smith for me.
All right. I'm going with A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown, 3 touchdowns, and he got fined $10K for that taunt. That's an automatic player of the game for me. He got fined $10K for that.
Best $10K ever spent.
Yeah. A special shout out to Thomas's guy, Taylor Heineke. I don't know what it is about this dude, but that team is just rallying behind good old Taylor Heineke, and Carson Wentz should never see that field again. It should be Taylor Heineke's team going forward because whatever he's doing, he's lit a spark underneath that Commanders team.
Tymus, my man. Give your boy some credit here. What have I been saying before the season?
I was just about to say that.
What did I say before the season even fucking started? Carson Wentz is not the starting quarterback. Taylor Heineke will have that locker room before Carson Wentz fucking will.
Heineke, that dude. By the way, what was up with all y'all Philly fans talk about the 20-point spread and all that, bro? We got to talk about that. I'm going to get to that later, bro. I was a 20-point spread.
No, that was this week. It was not last week. It was this week.
I got smoke for all y'all, but I'm going to get to that, though. I'm going to get that later.
Yeah, that's next week's conversation.
That's next week.
I'm going to get that later.
No,
this dude's out here, 24-point spread.
That's next week.
Got you. All right, yo, look. Shouts out to Terry McLaurin doing it in his home city, bro. He from in Indianapolis, Naptown kid, bro. Came through, man. Look, there's no better feeling than coming home for the first time, snatching the ball out of an all-pro corner's hand to Stephon Gilmore to win the game, bro. I mean, the shouts out to you again, doing it in your own city. Had some crazy words for the TV after that, but yo, just an amazing feat to do. Love to see it. Shouts out to him. Play of the week for me, man.
All right, and who was your guys' loser of the week last week? AK, I'll start with you.
Damn it, no. Go the other way. I'm not ready yet.
All right, Mac.
Think about this one.
The New York Giants offense in general, period. Point blank, period. New York Giants offense decided to not show up at all. I mean, it hasn't been exactly explosive at all this season anyway, but they completely just shit the bed on Sunday. Disappointing all across the board. People try to, you still going to have the people that's going to put that narrative on Daniel Jones and want to try to put it all on him. It wasn't all on him. It was the entire offense collectively, everybody. I mean, the offensive MVP of last Sunday was Andrew Thomas, our left tackle. That's telling you right there everything you need to know. Saquon Barkley couldn't get it going. The receivers, we already know about the New York Giants receivers. We only had to keep, going into that. And Daniel Jones just had a frustrating game as well, man. And it was just the coaching staff, offensive coaching staff, clearly just got out coached in this one, man, completely. Because I know you gave Geno Smith your player of the game, AK. Geno Smith was just efficient last week. He didn't have blow you away numbers, man. He just took what the Giants defense gave him, and he did it effectively and efficiently. But I'm not going to take nothing away from him. But at the same time, it wasn't like he went out there and threw for 400 yards and 5 touchdown passes, you know what I mean? It was just an efficient, clean game bomb, and hats off to him having a great year. He's got a couple of good weapons. He knows how to use them. But the New York Giant offense was absolutely terrible, man. Like I said, receivers can't get open. They couldn't open up. The offensive line couldn't open up good running lanes for Saquon Barkley. It was just a bad day all across the board, man.
Mm-hmm. All right, Tymus.
DJ Moore in Carolina. I mean, just ridiculous, bro. Like y'all fighting to get up there. Y'all actually in the game that nobody thought y'all would be in, bro. You're about to win, bro. You can actually take over from here. And what do? I mean, y'all just find new ways to lose, bro. It's crazy, man. Like, you're just finding ways to lose. That is the markings of an unsuccessful franchise like that, bro. You just find ways to lose. So, damn, bro. You didn't. I'm not gonna say he cost the whole game. There were places everywhere they could improve, but like we say, football's decided on 2 to 3 plays. That was one of them. Man.
Yo, Rob, what's good, bro?
What's good?
Wow.
Sorry, I had to pull up my inner Rick Sanchez.
All right, man. All right.
Oh,
Early, Robert.
what's that? What was that, AK?
You drinking this early, bro?
No, actually, no. I got Mountain Dew right here.
That's
so
crazy, man. We're doing 10 o'clock. I would have rather said you was drinking.
Oh shit!
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, homie.
Well, especially live out here in Jersey. Yep, you'll see. It's a common occurrence. Right over here.
Yeah. So, Rob, who was your loser of the week last week? It can be a coach or even a fan base like Boys for Life did against the Giants a couple weeks back.
I think the losers of the week from last week, I'm going to give that to the Bengals. What the hell? I had to sit through that and say, oh, for the love of all that is holy.
Yeah, I know. You were calling that game too. Shit.
I was like, I'm thinking to myself, why do I even just put myself through this? I was like, this shit was embarrassing.
Think how Joe Burrow felt.
Yeah. Sitting behind that offensive line.
Right?
Every single game.
Yeah, not have Jamar Chase also hurts them as well.
Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing how that one player can change the whole aspect.
It's still no excuse.
I know
They-
it's not.
They still got more than enough weapons.
Yeah,
That's
they
what I'm saying,
Get the
The
job done.
Texans went out there with nobody, bro. The Texans went out there with special teamers.
Bro,
Yeah.
T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd are still better than half of the NFL's receiving corps.
I'll take them.
2,000 yard receivers.
T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd are better than every receiver the New York Giants have. So
Combined.
No excuse, homie. No excuse.
All right. So, Jeff.
Oh, Josh McDaniels. I
Oh,
mean,
son of a bitch.
what the hell kind of job is this dude doing over there with the Raiders? With all the talent that football team brings in this past offseason,
And you can
and
believe
I feel like an idiot because I went out there and said, oh, the Raiders are going to win the division. They're going to be one of the best teams in the NFL this year. Yeah, they're showing it. They're really going out there and showing it week in and week out. Devontae Adams, he's not been as effective as he was in the past. Waller, he can't stay on the football field. Carr's been ineffective. Their defense sucks. Their offensive line can't block anybody. That team is awful right now. They're not well head coached. And if McDaniels doesn't start turning things around, we know what a guy like Mark Davis will do. He's got that trigger.
What up, Jerry?
That trigger happy head coach owner. he's going to go out there and he will make it one and done for McDaniels because of the amount of talent they brought in there. So I have to go with Josh McDaniels. That he's done an awful job right now with that team.
And think of this too, Jeffrey. And I saw that the Waller is now the list Waller out again this week. Say, at that point, cut your losses with him. Like
They
for
signed him
me,
to an extension. They can't.
I mean, it's really.
Oh.
But I mean, I agree with Jeff right there because I'm one of those people where like I had high expectations for the Raiders, but it just we're looking to look like complete idiots.
Didn't we all have high expectations for the Raiders? Pretty much.
That whole damn division. I said that whole damn division.
The division,
terrible.
right?
It's terrible.
Well, I mean, since when they brought in Josh
Other than the
McDaniels,
Chiefs.
which is funny. I didn't know if I talked about this. So it's like when they brought in and hired Josh McDaniels, it's like, oh, good Lord, this is not going to end well. Because I always had that gut feeling. It's like we're gonna see this shit again, just like we saw in Denver. And apparently that we're seeing it that way. Probably even worse.
I think it's worse. I honestly think it's worse.
Oh, that's what I said. I mean, this is shit. This shit's a lot. This is the reason why he's 11-25 as a head coach in the first place. I mean, if you brought him as an offensive coordinator, that's a whole different story. But I mean,
No, we
number
don't need
says
to talk about
otherwise.
the head coach in Denver. We've all gone in detail about that head coach over there in Denver. I mean, there's nothing really we have issues shied away from him. So
So, AK, who's your loser of the week?
You guys all took mine.
I got another one. I got another one.
He's just
Yeah, dude. Well, I had a really good one for the Raiders, and then Jeff had to go take my smoke.
you can say it again. Go ahead.
No. Because you pretty much said all I was going to say, dude. Like, I had them pick to win their division too, and now I look stupid as shit.
We all look stupid. Thank you, Eric.
Fucking McDaniels, man. All right, so I'm going to do a 180 here and go the opposite direction now. I'm going to say Kyler Murray, dude. Yeah, I understand they played the Vikings. But, bro, you paid this dude so much money to suck. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think Kyler Murray's very overrated. Very, very overrated. He's got D-Hop now, so, like, there's no excuses anymore, bro. But whatever. I mean, that's the only one really.
So, for me, I'm going Aaron Rodgers. Because, and that's not this past week. It's just like collecting, adding up to last week. I mean, he's really missing Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams is missing Aaron Rodgers. I mean, yeah. So which team needs a win in the most desperate way? The Raiders.
Raiders. The Green Bay Packers.
You can make an argument for a couple of teams: the Raiders, the Packers,
The Bucks.
The
Bucks. But the Bucks, good Lord, that's an ugly shit show over there.
Well, first off, when you say desperate way, I'm thinking of teams who still have chances.
The Los Angeles Frauders. Because that's what we call them now. The Frauders. Because they're a bunch of frauds over there with how good that team is.
Eric calls them the iPhone Chargers.
Yeah. We all will say
so high
how
on
good
Herbert,
was.
bro.
Yep.
I ain't seen nothing from Herbert yet, but people would have.
I mean, especially after taking that rib shot. I think for me, I think it's Brandon Staley's aggressive play calling. I think that's the reason why, for me, I don't know. I didn't like the Brandon. Brandon Staley for me just doesn't seem like a good head coach to me. You
want to know what the ultimate loser is? The entire AFC West head coach is not named Andy Reid. That's who the loser is.
Yeah,
all
you know what?
three of those coaches suck.
Absolutely.
You ain't lying.
Yeah, all three of those coaches are garbage. They all should be either one and done, or they should be at least be on the hot seat next year, because all three of those teams' expectations were sky high.
And it was out the window.
What they've done with those football teams is criminal.
All right. So, Rob, I'm going to start with you on this one. Who won the NFL trade deadline and who lost the NFL trade deadline?
Ooh. You can think of this in so many ways. For me, I think you can make the argument for the 49ers.
Yeah.
They'll get rid of Jeff Wilson to the Miami Dolphins. But, well, actually, no, the Niners are the second team I think won the trade deadline. For me, it's the Miami Dolphins. You know, the fact that they traded for Bradley Chubb gave him an extension, which also helps part of that defense with Jalen Phillips. Holy crap. That's my brain's still waking up. I mean, you also got what the hell's his name on that part of that front seven? God, I can't think of it.
Oh,
Wilkins, and there's another guy. I think his name starts with an E. I can't think of his name, but I think that with the Niners now you gotta have Wilson, who also is reunited with his offensive coordinator Mike McDaniel. I think the running game has gotten better, and same with the San Francisco 49ers. When they traded Christian McCaffrey to get the hell out of Carolina, because good Lord, Carolina's a fucking shit show. Yeah. So I'm going to say two teams I think that won the trade deadline is the Dolphins and the Niners.
Okay. All right, Thomas.
I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I'm not sure if the Niners won the trade deadline, bro. Until I see Christian McCaffrey play a full season, I'm not sure if you won that thing yet, bro. I mean, it was just an amazing start, but not sure how that finish is going to go. Trade deadline for me, honestly. Shouts out to everybody who unloaded a bad contract, including the Commanders. Somehow we got Steelers to take William Jackson III. Don't know how they want to pay him $28 million, but hey, do what you got to do. That ain't on our books no more, bro. So I'm good to go with that. Shouts out to the Eagles for just doing it again, bro. Eagles definitely won the trade deadline, bro. I mean, just being like, yo, bro, I'm coming after everybody, man. Yo, Quinn, what you up to, bro? Yo, man, come fuck with the real one, man. And they just got on that money, bro. I mean, shouts out to him, bro. So yeah, I'm gonna go Eagles and I'm gonna go Commanders for that, bro. Just offloading the bad contract is great. And again, shouts out to the Panthers for doing that. As well with Christian McCaffrey, realizing, hey, bro, we gotta sell and rebuild. And then shouts out to the Eagles for actually acquiring a great pick and just trying to make that deep run, man.
Yeah.
All right, Mac.
I'm going to piggyback right off of Thomas, man. The rich get richer. The Eagles, man, look, they were already undefeated, went into their bye week, and they somehow found a way to get better. And just hats off to what they're doing right now. They pushed their chips into the middle of the table. They definitely all in on a title. And right now, they are by far the best team in the NFC. It's not even debatable. And it'd almost be stunned if any other team came out of this conference to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl right now, other than the Eagles, to be quite honest. It's hard saying that as a New York Giants fan, but reality is what reality is, man. And the Eagles right now is doing everything in their power to try to win a title, man. And the 72 Miami Dolphins is still waiting to pop that cork on that champagne, you know what I mean? Because right now the Eagles is rolling, and I'm not seeing who's stopping them, honestly. And it's tough to say that, like I said, as a Giants fan, but it's the truth. But also, just a little dark horse. People may not agree, but this is just my way, my cynical, twisted way of thinking. The New York Giants, baby, unloading, getting rid of that headache that no one as Kadarius Toney. And
I was just going to say that.
You know what? I can agree with that.
Actually getting a third and a sixth round pick for him. I mean, I don't care what he does out in Kansas City. He can go out in Kansas City and become an all-pro wide receiver. He wasn't doing that shit in New York. He wasn't getting it done. He wasn't doing nothing but causing headaches, drama, everything else in New York. So the fact to get that kind of draft capital for a guy that's shown nothing so far in his NFL career, I'd say New York Giants is still winning, considering we're in full rebuild mode.
I wouldn't say a full-blown rebuild, but I think the best. Probably the best move you can make going forward is find a way to get rid of Kenny Galladay and start going after wide receivers, because I
remember restructure his contract.
Oh, they restructured that?
No, they're thinking about it. They're thinking about restructuring. I know Mac just probably his skin just like crawled when he heard that.
I think Kenny Galladay just really never showed to be the guy to step up. It's just like, I mean, look, sucks what happened to Sterling Shepard. I mean, I like Darius Slayton. I mean, shit. I mean, at this point, sure got to go out get after wide receivers. Because I mean, it's been a while since the Giants even had what? I'm trying to think of the different Giants teams. Even though they have some underrated receivers like a David Tyree, but yeah.
I don't know why so many people think
Hakeem Nicks, Manningham, and Victor Cruz in the 2011 season.
I forgot about Victor Cruz.
Steve Smith. Don't forget about our Steve Smith, how good he was.
I forgot about Mario Manningham, bro.
Galladay did not get traded.
I don't even know why people look highly on Galladay. He's only ever had 1,000-yard season in one season where he had double-digit touchdowns, and that's the same year he had 1,000 yards. Other than that, the guy hasn't been anything. I mean,
Gettleman got desperate. Gettleman got desperate that offseason because he knew he was on the hot seat, so he had to go out there and try to acquire a wide receiver, and he decided Galladay was the guy. Yeah, good move. Good move, Dave.
All right. Jeff.
Well, I'm going to say the Baltimore Ravens getting Roquan Smith, the tackling machine over there from Chicago, and putting him over there in that Baltimore Ravens defense. I mean, that team has always been known as having good middle linebacker help. Now you throw a guy like Roquan Smith right in the middle of that defense, and him being able to go out there and secure the tackles in the middle of the field while you have the defensive line being able to help stop the run. I think that was an excellent move over there by Baltimore to be able to pick him up. Now you have to wonder if they're going to be able to sign him long term. And another one, Chase Claypool going over to Chicago.
Son of a bitch! Why are you before me?
I like that Chase Claypool move. I think that the Bears, what they needed was another wide receiver out there besides Mooney.
No one said mine yet.
They can build around and help out their young quarterback, Justin Fields. I thought that was an excellent move.
Wait, what?
Long term. So
He's no longer before me.
How do you know, AK? I might switch the order.
And the Green Bay Packers. I mean, Aaron Rodgers has been whining about the entire time about needing wide receiver help because of the fact he can't trust these young receivers on that team. And they don't make a move at all. They don't even make a move for like a Brandon Cooks or anybody. I've got to be Green Bay as the loser.
I agree with Jeff with that. I mean, it's just like it's just feel like I mean, look, you say what you want about Rodgers, though, but man, the fact that he wants to complain of not helping these guys develop, like you're one of the elder statesmen in that locker room. Yes, I mean the Green Bay Packers, you have a certain standard to be held high to, but I mean, really, you're about to be you're pushing 40, and you're acting like a complete and utter bitch.
Why don't you ask Daniel Jones how he feels right now with the receivers he's throwing to? I would take Romeo Doubs on my team. I would take Christian Watson.
Hey, shit. I couldn't disagree with that. And shit.
Are you guys just learning Aaron Rodgers is a bitch? Like, this has been going for a long time. Are you serious? Aaron Rodgers' ego is out the fucking roof. Like, this man, there's no one better than him. That's all. Trust me, man. He's arrogant as shit. I respect him as a player, but hate him as a human being because he is very arrogant, dude. Like,
yeah.
So, AK, who won the trade deadline and who lost the trade deadline?
Well, I'm going with the same team on both, and I'm going to kind of bounce off Jeff. I believe the Bears won and they lost. Losing Quinn and help me here, Roquan Smith. Thank you. That's two big losses to that defense. And that's two big leaders. But then again, listen, I told Angeles, I said Steelers have a knack for trading away future Pro Bowl Hall of Famers. All right, back in the early 2000s, they traded away Emmanuel Sanders, and I looked at her right away and said that was a fucking mistake. You shouldn't have done that. And what did Emmanuel do? He went and he balled out. Claypool is the same exact way, man. He's going to be a Pro Bowler, and he possibly could be a Hall of Famer. Has the potential to be. And you traded him away. You didn't use him that well in Pittsburgh. Now he can go to Chicago, where he will be the true one, and then you have Mooney as number 2. It's going to give him a very big chance to excel. And I can't wait to see Claypool ball out.
And not to mention this too, AK. They also got a good running game with Herbert and David Montgomery.
Yeah.
Which I'm surprised those two didn't get moved.
Get that man offensive line in the offseason.
Absolutely. Because I mean, if you looked at, I've been going call to some of his games. Oh, good Lord, God help Justin Fields, because good Lord, this kid's taking shots left and right to the ribs. I was like, he is. It's like, man, I feel bad for this. Feel bad for this kid. God damn.
Yep. Yo, what's up, Sports Rap?
Yo, what's good, man? What's happening with y'all today?
Ratty tat tat. What's up, Rap?
Not much, man. Ready for football Sunday, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we can just chill back and relax. We don't have to stress today.
No, we don't have to stress. and whatnot. But I had an idea of something I was gonna do today and whatnot.
All right. So, Sports Wrap, who won the trade deadline and who lost the trade deadline?
Shoot, who won? The Vikings.
Damn it.
The Vikings. That's who won. Because I mean, you add Hawkinson to that lineup. I mean, take away the game they played against us. That's tough on paper. That's tough to stop when you still have Thielen. They just got to get him rolling again. I don't understand what's up with that. And I think it could be the new offensive coordinator. But anyway, you got Thielen, you got Cook, you got Jefferson. Now you add Hawkinson in because their tight ends was always dropping the ball. Irv Smith. So
their biggest weakness though is Cousins.
Yeah, but you know, some quarterbacks when they get that dependable tight end, man, it could change that for him.
Mm-hmm. And plus, I mean, and look, Irv Smith is good, but I think you're really going to get more production out of Hawkinson than what you do with Irv Smith Jr.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you really thought at Shed Fantasy, man, when Hawkinson went off, thank you for that, by the way. But I mean, it's just. Yeah, I mean, on paper, yeah, that's a very good team. I even tell people this too. Like, some of these teams like Unite. Well, I won't say I was not expecting the Vikings to be this good, but then again, like I said, I mean, it's crazy to see how much some of these teams in the NFL are. It's like changing the guard. You know, I mean, we've seen the Green Bay Packers kind of struggle. I mean, well, we know the Lions struggles, but the Jets are 5-3. I never would have expected that to be the case.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned the Jets because that's next.
Yeah.
So,
Hold up. I have an important question to ask. Rap, what you cooking?
Hey,
Sounds like part of cereal.
Yeah. I'm preparing some wings for later right now.
Okay.
But, I ain't cooking nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna make me some coffee. I had my other breakfast a minute ago.
I heard the tinfoil, man, so I knew something was going on.
What kind of sauce are you using for those wings? You going spicy? You going barbecue?
I'm not a spicy guy. My daughter is, but she's spicy. But for me, I'm a big barbecue, lemon pepper, or like the little honey lemon pepper that bangs. If nobody ever tried it, try it one day, man. That ain't rock, you know.
Okay.
So I want you to take
new channel coming soon, Cooking with Rap.
I was gonna, you know what?
That's a wrap.
I'm going with the Vikings, and I
Hey,
think
look.
the Lions lost.
A lot of people don't even know. I had just recently stopped. Like, I had a catering business, man. I grew up in the food industry. My father had a restaurant. He passed. Was running that for a while. My stepmom does it now, and I went straight to catering. I've been doing that since 19. I'm 46, so I just recently hung it up, man. But yeah, that's what I did. Been in the food industry for a long period of time.
Damn.
What's up, man?
So, Robert says the Jets. So, will the Jets make the AFC wild card? Because I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday who is a diehard Jets fan, and he doesn't even think they will make the wild card. So, I want to hear your take on it. AK, you want me to start?
I'll go. For me, I think I think they'll be a borderline if Zach Wilson can play well. I mean, look, you got a really good offensive weapons out with Elijah Moore's kind of going to be out there anyways. But I mean, if Zach Wilson can, actually can fix his offensive game, it was solid too. Like when Zach Wilson's on, like Jets can put up really good numbers when he's on. And that's where sometimes the issue lies. It's the quarterback position. Because with Zach Wilson, we know that everybody has their, I would say, criticisms on Zach Wilson.
So, BG.
So, Thomas, you think the Jets will be AFC wild card?
I don't know, man. I mean, like they had a prove it game and they didn't prove it. So for me at that point, hey, until that's changed, yeah, I'm gonna go off of that, bro. Like when you played up to playoff competition, you folded. So I don't think you can make it just off of that alone, bro.
But bro, if they win today, they won't shut the hell up. You realize that, right?
Oh yeah.
If they knock off the Bills today, they won't shut up for 2 weeks.
He said 2 weeks.
All right.
Let's keep going.
Matt, you think the Jets will make the AFC wild card?
I think right now they're sitting in a good position. I mean, I think it's 3 teams that's going to really 3 teams that's going to help determine whether the Jets can make the playoffs. And they talking about the Miami Dolphins, which is their division rival, obviously. You got the San Diego Chargers, the Los Angeles Chargers, and the Cincinnati Bengals. If they can decide to actually play up to the caliber of their rosters, the way their rosters are set up, you know what I mean, and play like people expect them to play, then those are 2 teams that can stand in the Jets' way as well, man, going down the stretch. So it depends how the second half of the season gets going, but the Jets got to get out and get going right now, second half of this season, man, and get it started on a good foot. So we'll see what happens, man. But those 3 teams, I feel like, are the main 3 teams that can stand in their way from getting in, man.
Yeah, AK.
It's possible. You know, especially if they come out with a win today. I'm going to say, you know, for sure. Listen, the Raiders are doing really shitty. The Broncos are doing really shitty. There's Pittsburgh. There's many AFC teams that we thought would be contenders who aren't playing up to their potential right now. The Jets could squeak in if those teams continue to play to this shitty standard that they're playing at. So it is a good possibility the Jets make it because they are playing a lot better than most expected. And if they keep doing that and keep growing, yeah, man. I mean, they have a legit chance. They hold all the cards, though. You know, it is on them.
Yep, that is true. Jeff.
Well, if anybody has this man in fantasy, Mr. Kadarius Toney is playing tonight. So
yeah, he is.
Nice to see him actually show up, not sit on the sidelines. But on other notes, in terms of the Jets, I actually think they are because I don't trust any of those other teams in the AFC they're competing with. We think Cleveland's going to turn it around? I don't. Do we think that those teams in the West are going to do anything? I don't. I don't trust any one of those teams, and it's really hard for me to actually say I actually trust the Jets. But I just like the talent they have on that defense. As long as that defense stays healthy, they're going to do their thing. And, I mean, it's just because the lack of competition in the AFC that I think the Jets are going to be able to sneak in because I just don't trust any of those other teams they're competing with. So I think the Jets will find a way to get into the wild card, yes.
I got to ask this question. Do the Jets have a legit chance of finishing second in their division behind Miami?
It's surprising. I actually had the Jets finishing third in this division. I think we know the Bills are number 1. I had Miami going number 2, finishing second. Because I mean, for me, the way that I say it is because I mean, Miami, you got a better. You can't tell me name a better wide receiver doing than Waddle and Tyreek Hill, who combined for over almost 2,000 yards at this, almost close to 2,000 yards of receiving yards, and then you got Tua playing up to what we expected him to play up to his potential. Their defense has gotten better. I mean, as with having Bradley Chubb part of the outside linebacker, like I mean, you got Raheem Mostert back there. You also now you brought in Jeff Wilson with. Miami's going to roll, or at least run over some teams, but I don't think they're going to be. I mean, they're good, but they're not going to be good enough to overthrow the Buffalo Bills for the number 1 spot.
No, I was going to say that the Jets were going to be number 2, but then after the Dolphins went out there and they got Bradley Chubb, I'm like, the Dolphins are going to be the second best team because now you got another legit pass rusher on the outside besides Jalen Phillips. They're going to be getting Byron Jones back eventually in the secondary along with Xavier Howard. I mean, their offense is clicking. Jeff Wilson's a better fit on that offense than Edmonds is. So I just believe that
Edmonds is gone.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like they traded pretty much Wilson for Edmonds. I think Wilson is a better fit for what they want to do on offense compared to what Edmonds was doing for them. So, and I mean Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and you got to give credit to Tua. Tua's doing a solid job out there. So I just think that once they made that Bradley Chubb trade, I'm like the Dolphins are probably the second best team in that division.
Okay, so what if the Jets hypothetically go out today and beat the Bills? Does the percentage for you guys go up?
No, because the Bills could have just had a bad game. I want to see how the Jets do it. Is the Jets do it because they outplayed them, or just because the Bills just had an off game?
All right, sports wrap. You think the Jets will make the wild card?
I think it's a real good chance. I mean, I'm kind of like what Max said, depending on what the teams are like the Chargers and the Bengals do. Are they going to play? Or are they going to consistently be up and down? Because if that's the case, the Jets might mess around and sneak in there and be that last seed to get in. But they do have a problem where they can't be losing to the Patriots. And they definitely, because the Bills are going to be the Bills. Bills, to me, is going to win the division. But the Jets can get in as the second team if they did not lose to the Patriots. You can't lose to those teams like that if you're trying to take that next step. I also feel like it's going to be determined what they're going to do with this running game, because Breece Hall went down. And he seemed to end up, they slowly was putting him as their lead back because he had a level of explosiveness that they wasn't getting in that running game. You know, he could get it and go to the crib, which is why they probably went after another running back. And then the quarterback. Is the quarterback going to play and at least not turn the ball over and, you know, make the completions he needs to make? Because their defense, I think, can keep them in a lot of games. Hell, Sauce Gardner is top corner in the league right now. Like, he ain't giving up nothing. You know what I'm saying? As a rookie. So today is a good test for them because I want to see if they're going to travel Sauce and have him with on Diggs, or how they're going to play that. But if I was them, I probably would just give it a shot and see how he do, stand up with Diggs, because their defense, to me, will give them a chance. It just depends on what they do with that offense. But they can't lose games that they should win.
Well, I think I agree with what Tone just said, especially I think it's a lot on Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson cannot play as bad as he did last week. That guy's got to try to raise his game up, because there's a possibility if he plays as bad as he did last week, maybe the Jets like, you know what? Maybe Zach's just not ready. Maybe Zach needs to sit for a little bit, and they're going to put that kid Mike White in there, because we always saw what Mike White did a couple of times last year when he stepped in when Zach Wilson was injured. So Zach Wilson stepped his game up. If Zach Wilson steps his game up, then the Jets, I think, have a good opportunity to make the playoffs. But if he doesn't, he can sink that football team.
Damn, sounds like sports reps getting sick.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm over here messing with some stuff. My bad.
That's what I'm hearing.
Nah, I got this big bag, man. It's that plastic bag that the chicken is in, man.
So for me, I can see that they can make it, but it's going to be tough. So, I mean, the AFC West, I don't trust that division.
The entire AFC just took a huge step back.
Yeah. So
did the NFC.
Well,
So Sports Rep was saying that Sauce Gardner is the best corner in the league up there. How many yards would Stephon Diggs get on Sauce Gardner?
Well, if Gardner plays well,
wow.
Oh my God, that's a tough question. That's a tough
Look
question.
at Sauce Gardner's stats, man. He ain't been giving up nothing.
But that other cornerback on their team, DJ Reed, has not been giving up much either. Both those guys.
Jets got a stingy defense, so that's the Oh Jesus!
Jeez.
I say, I think Gardner, as good as he's been playing, I think he can hold Diggs to under 100, almost like I think under 100 yards. Receiving. Yeah, that's the way that I see it. I mean, I really can't put a exact number, but that's where I can see that. I mean, we knew that the Jets have a stingy ass defense. They got a good front seven. I mean, good Lord. I mean, but yeah, that's the way I see it.
78 yards.
You know what? I could go agree with AK on that. I think less than 80 yards. Hell,
and believe it or not, that's good for a rookie corner if he only give that up to Diggs. That's hella good.
50 yards. I think Sauce is going to shut him down.
This man still hasn't allowed a touchdown, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's not allowed a touchdown, bro. I'm telling you. I told you, dog.
In his whole career, he does not know what that feels like, bro. Like we are not talking about that enough, bro. His
Yes,
whole career, he does
going
not
back
know
to
what it feels
college.
Like, I would say he
Exactly.
He has never
Here
put
comes
his
his
hands on his hip and
advertised.
be like, like what happened?
So-
He's never
so
given us
pretty-
that dumb look, bro.
So pretty much he's the second coming of Ramsey.
Yeah. Maybe better. Maybe better.
Maybe better. Don't let Ramsey hear you say that though.
Mac.
If I was on man and create a build to describe Sauce Gardner, bro, you got a little mix of Richard Sherman, Jalen Ramsey, and what was my man that played for the Jets back in the day?
Well,
Revis.
Revis.
Oh, Revis.
Oh, yeah,
That's
Revis.
like those are the three right there. I feel like he's mixed with, bro. It's crazy.
Revis.
Davis was very underrated.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
geez,
know, man.
here
It's hard. I don't think Diggs is going to get much yards directly on Sauce Gardner. I think the Bills are still a good enough offense that they're going to still find ways to scheme
They gonna move
Stephon Diggs open and get him, and allow him to be able to still make some plays. Not necessarily at the expense of Sauce Gardner. Sauce Gardner is absolutely the real deal, man. You don't do what he's done the first half of this season, and it's a fluke. That's not a fluke. I don't care who the receiver is across from him. So he's going to handle his business in one-on-ones, I believe, but I still think the Bills are clever enough that they're going to be able to get Diggs some situations, some good situations, and he's going to still be Stephon Diggs and go out there and have a big day. But like I said, not at the expense of Sauce Gardner, like in one-on-one matchups still. I think Sauce Gardner will hold his own.
I think they'll put him in the slot a lot too against their slot quarterback Michael Carter. They'll try to put him in some of those slot situations because DJ Reed on the other side, he's been playing good football too. It's not just Sauce. I mean, both their quarterbacks are playing to a really high level, so it's hard to pass against that Jets team. I mean, maybe the best you could do is try to get the ball over the middle. Again, test the linebackers out, but even their linebacker, the whole Jets back end of their defense has been playing absolutely fantastic football overall.
Yeah.
You don't get a lot of yardage against that secondary and even against that linebacker core.
Yeah.
So it's going to be tough for me. I'm going to say around 80. I'm going around 80 yards. It's not going to be over 100. And I still believe, Stephon Diggs will get a touchdown on Sauce Gardner. So that'll be the first one.
Yeah, it's possible.
We'll see.
I don't think so. I don't think so, though.
We'll see when
I think
call
they
that game.
If
I
Tyreek
think he
Hill
gonna
and
get it
Jalen
because they
Waddle
gonna
didn't
move
do
him
it,
around.
exactly. If Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle didn't get a touchdown against him, I don't think that.
I don't think Diggs
will
will.
either.
I don't because I mean, if you looked at Gardner's college tape, I mean, he's literally take a whole one step further and be a lot better than what is that during at Cincinnati. I mean, he came as advertised. Was he what number 2 over? Wait, 4.
Yeah.
Number 4
4
overall.
or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Some
also
teams
get
had
your
him as
schedule.
their number one. Some
We
teams
were
had
thinking
him
about
as
taking
number
him.
one.
We were thinking about taking Sauce Gardner. If he was going to drop to us at 5, we would have thought about taking him instead of Evan Neal. So
Yeah.
I mean, look, the
praying
Evan Neal
Eagles
pick I
took
didn't
him.
mind because I think he could be a good part of that O line. No,
That's
Yeah.
a matchup I want to see now. I want to see AJ versus Sauce.
Oh,
that's good.
That would be a great matchup, dude.
I would
that
love to see
one,
that because
AJ
Sauce
Brown
Gardner
would
is.
punt, and he'll
I'm
get
taking
fined.
Sauce. I'm taking Sauce.
I think the way
I
that
see,
Sauce
yeah.
currently
Of course
they
you are,
won't
Jeff.
beat him because of the way that he actually the way Sauce plays is amazing, and I'm gonna break down the tape of this eventually. He plays in the new age corner, meaning he has
Yeah.
adapted to these rules and he
Yeah.
plays within it. You're not worrying
Yeah.
about the flag with Sauce. He is the
Yeah.
least flag corner on his team while doing this. So
Yeah.
he has learned to adapt and play in the current NBA, the current NFL standards, and is still
Yeah.
producing.
Absolutely.
And
is
that's
what's
hard
crazy
nowadays.
about Sauce.
No, I know, and
That's
that's what
what's
would make
crazy
it
about him,
beautiful,
bro.
bro.
Yeah.
Because AJ Brown is that new age physical wide receiver. You know,
Absolutely.
he plays
AJ Brown
that
can do
level.
whatever he wants, and Sauce can barely touch him. I still
Exactly.
think Sauce got it, bro.
Sauce is just
That's
a
why I
rare
said it-
combination of speed, size, technique, everything. The dude is just a rare breed of cornerback
Yeah.
out there. And
Sure,
like John
generational
said,
talent if you
the
really
dude doesn't
think
get
about it.
penalties. He doesn't get called for PIs or doesn't get called for.
No,
fines.
he's got very smart technique. It's like we're saying, yeah. I mean, man, that's kind of a generational talent you want it to be.
All right,
Well, I
enough
mean,
sauce, Island.
Quarterbacks his size should not be playing as good as he is. He's 6'3" and he's playing this well, and he's got that speed and that tech. It's just crazy.
that's put like mental rookie mode if you really think about it.
Oh my god!
All right, no more sauce, Island. Let's move on.
All right.
That's
No.
crazy, bro.
Are the Vikings Super Bowl contenders for TJ Hawkinson?
I won't go that far, but I mean, remember you got Kirk Cousins as your backup. When we knew the playoffs were in the primetime games.
Yeah.
Yeah. History doesn't do well too kind with Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
I think they're playoff contenders, but I do think the Vikings are going to fall short one way or the other. But but then again, though, with all the weapons that they have, I think they could make a push for the Super Bowl. But on paper, anyways. But realistically, I don't know. Like it's hard. It's tough to tell, especially with that quarterback. Because look, you still got Justin Jefferson. Unfortunately, you got Rager over there. You got T.J. Hawkinson over there. Adam Thielen. If you ever decide to use Adam Thielen, but you got Dalvin Cook for the running game. If you can't get those guys going, you're going to get one. You're going to struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So sports wrap. Are the Vikings Super Bowl contenders for Hawkinson?
I'm kind of like my man. I don't want to say that. I need to see it all come together, but do they have a possibility just as much as any of the other top teams in the NFC? Absolutely. All it takes is one injury to another team or a bad game by another team, and then bam, they in there. They're going to be probably the number 2 seed unless they just decide to falter down the stretch, because I think Philly going to end up locking in the number 1. But that's if they can stay injury free, because I worry about depth with Philadelphia. But yeah, I mean, they have a potential. I just got to see it come together and how they're going to start using Hawkinson.
Mm-hmm. Timus.
No, man. I mean, Super Bowl contenders. Let's break down what the Super Bowl contenders mean. Are they gonna get to the playoffs? Like
That's a good question, bro. That's a good question. That's a good.
Yeah, like I do think at this point they could get to the playoffs. Like, do I think I'm gonna see them in the divisional really trying to put up a good fight? Like, no, but like I had 6 years with Kirk Cousins to work with here, man. You know what I mean? Like I see what dude can do. He's very process oriented, that he would say. I think Kirk Cousins is gonna go out there. Kirk Cousins is not gonna be the issue. He's also not gonna be your savior. That man gonna put up 4,500 yards a season, 28 touchdowns, and around 6 to 8 picks. And whatever you want to do with that's what you're gonna do with that. That's what you're gonna get from him. All right. So like, if you need him to elevate one game and he only got 250 on the day, and you need him to be 350 and no picks, you're not gonna get that. If you need him to run around the pocket, try to extend the play a little bit, and make sure he can run for the first down, you're not gonna get that. This is the guy again. He's gonna give you 4,500 yards on the season, 26 touchdowns, 3 to 5 picks. That's all. That is what he's gonna do. That is a very good stat, but you're not gonna get everything else with that. So, does adding TJ Hawkinson really gonna affect that? Nah, not at all, man.
Mac?
I don't know, man. This Viking team, because look, they pretty much got a clear path to at least the playoffs, obviously.
Yeah.
Like I don't see nothing else is stopping them in that division right now. The Packers, get out of here. The Bears and Lions, they're not a threat to the Vikings to win that division. So here's the thing. They get into the playoffs here in January. I know what the Eagles did to them in week 2. But you get in January, all bets is off, man. And the one weakness that the Eagles have shown is that ability to not totally stop the run. You know what I mean? That's their one big glaring weakness, is teams can run the football on the Eagles, man. And they get into a dogfight in January, man, and the Vikings can get that ground game going. Hawkinson could be that extra little weapon that they needed, man, to put them over the top. I don't know why the Detroit Lions would have traded Hawkinson within the division. I think that's blasphemous, but
for real.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they did, and now he's a Minnesota Viking, and he's a legit tight end, and he's on a good team with some good receivers on the outside. Take some of the pressure off of him. He doesn't have to be the guy. He's just going to be a good tight end for a good football team, and I don't know, man. This team, you can't look past him. I'll put it that way. I mean, we know all the Kirk Cousins stories. I hear you. I've seen them fold all over and over and over again. But I think this could be a different year for him and this Minnesota Viking team, man. I think they got a legit shot just because I feel like they're pretty much coasting into at least the playoffs already as it is. And then, from like I said, once you get there, all bets is off, man.
Jeff.
I mean, I also like the pass rush. I mean, everybody forgets Darius Smith has got 8.5 sacks so far this year. And what's one of the biggest things that you need to have going into the playoffs? A strong pass rush. And the Vikings have that with him and Danielle Hunter. I mean, those two guys are going to be terrorizing teams when they get into the playoffs. So, in terms of their offense, I mean, it's so hard to trust Kirk Cousins because every single time this guy's had to play in a big game, he always seems to fold. Even when you throw out all these weapons out there for him, I just don't know if I could trust Kirk Cousins. I really don't. So, I mean, I wonder if they're going to try to just run that football as much as possible and try to make some safe passes once they get into the postseason. You know, try to get those safe passes over the middle of Hawkinson. Obviously, get those slant routes and stuff over to Jefferson as well as Osborne and Thielen. And, I mean, obviously, they're going to run the rock a lot with Cook and Madison. So, the team they have overall is strong. I do like their offensive. I do like their head coach, Kevin O'Connell. Their defense is pretty solid, but I just don't know if I could trust Kirk Cousins when it gets down to like the nitty gritty. So I'm gonna say no.
Gritty, sorry.
No, I can't. I can't trust Kirk Cousins. Not after what I've seen for the past few years. I can't trust this dude.
Okay.
Hell no, because we stand in their way.
They still got to play us too.
Yeah, and the Giants and Dallas and all the other ones. Hell no.
And you've got Washington.
Wait, was that a joke?
I'm not hurt.
No.
Okay.
Thomas said, "I'm not hurt."
Thomas did say he wanted to become a Ravens fan not that long ago.
Hey, bro, the offense like until the sale goes through, bro, that Lamar Jackson jersey in the car. Until the sale goes through. Once the sale goes through, we gonna abandon that like that never happened. But until that happens, bro, yo, that Ocho was in the car. All right.
So I can see the championship game between the Eagles and the Vikings. I can see it. And of course, the Eagles winning it, that would be my ultimate goal to see that happen. But
yeah, that's not happening.
Who was their tight end before Hawkinson?
Irv Smith.
But
I think he's out, 4 to 10 weeks, I think it was. A high ankle sprain, I think it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember now, yeah.
That's the reason why they traded for Hawkinson in the first place.
And they got it. So
Championship game is going to be Eagles 49ers.
49ers. All right.
Jimmy G's getting to another championship game?
Yep.
I was just about to say that.
Oh, listen, man. First off, Super Bowls are one of the defenses. And that 49er defense is disgusting, bro.
And they added McCaffrey.
I'm just saying, man.
They also got Jimmy G.
Fred Warner is a dog.
They also still have Jimmy G.
Hey, he's also been there 3 out of the last 4 years, too, so I can't say.
And we saw what happened last year with Jimmy G. He was the reason why that team did not go to the Super Bowl.
Okay, and I'm complaining why?
No, I'm just saying. Jimmy G's another one. Like, although he is better in those games than Kirk Cousins is.
All right. So, last question, then we'll go to the pick'ems. Who will play better, Matthew Stafford or Tom Brady? Because they're both not playing as well as they did last year.
I mean, both O-lines suck. I mean, good Lord, you ain't gonna get nothing else to do. I do think I think the Rams going to have a bit of a bounce back than the Bucks, because I feel like the Bucks is for some reason they just cannot find it. It's shocking the fact that third place in that one of the week.
Tom Brady smashed more tablets than that team has wins.
And
Yeah.
Let's just be real.
If he hit, I think he might be playing. Who knows?
I think he is playing. Yeah.
All right. Sports wrap.
Man, I think it's gonna. I'm only saying this because just I can't see him going four games of what's been put out there. So I'm gonna say Brady. I don't know if I trust Stafford O-line just yet. That's been atrocious this year. And I could see Brady more so putting it together for one game quicker than I can see Stafford doing it. So I'm gonna say Brady, man. I just don't see him going 4 games in a row. I ain't saying he's gonna throw for 350 yards or nothing, but I think he'll have a better game today.
Thomas.
Yeah, this is a great question, bro. I don't think. I think we've seen the rock bottom of the Bucks. I just got Brady going off today, man. Never gonna bet against the dude. The same way I never bet against Belichick. He's still at 500, believe it or not, even though through not having a quarterback, trying to figure out the offense still. Defense is wishy-washy, and the same thing I'm gonna get to Brady, bro. We might be 2 games under, but I still got faith. This is the only guy I've ever seen to figure it out. So he came in the wild card, got a ring. I got faith he's gonna figure this out too.
Yeah.
Mac.
Yeah, I got Brady too. I think his divorce done finally went final. You know, get put all that behind him.
Hot boy
go
summer.
Out there, go out there.
Damn.
He can go. Yeah, he can just go out there and ball out today, man. Let it forget about everything. Put all that craziness in the past he's been dealing with all season long. And the reality is, this division is absolutely terrible. So you still in it, man. You are still all the way in it, man. So he's gonna go out there and do. I think Brady like things today, man, and just shake it all off a little bit and just go out there and have fun with his guys, man. Ain't worrying about Giselle back home, what she trying to grab up from him in the divorce settlement. You know what I mean? It's over with. It's done. Whatever.
Yeah.
Jeff.
I have quite a question. What in the hell happened to Allen Robinson? Where has this dude been?
I don't know.
What happened to this dude? This guy was an elite wide receiver. Yeah, exactly. Who? This guy was an elite wide receiver for years. Where the hell did he go? This dude has been
not just A-Rob, and Cam Akers is nowhere to be found either.
Oh, they were trying to get rid of Cam Akers. I'm surprised.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, where are all these guys? I mean, we talk about the offensive line. Stafford's just getting no help from anybody not named Cooper Kupp. That entire wide receiver core is like awful right now. Allen Robinson is supposed to be a big ticket free agent they signed in the offseason. Does the dude
ain't doing
have
jack
10
shit
catches
for them.
this year? Does he even have 10 catches? I don't think so. He might have as many. He might have as many yards as Kadarius Toney did with the Giants. I mean, this dude has done absolutely nothing over there with the Rams. He's been awful. Their defense hasn't gotten it done. It's obvious they miss Von Miller. So, I mean, as much as the Bucs might be in turmoil after everything's been happening with them, I got to take Tom Brady because I think at least that team still has a chance to turn things around, even with how bad the NFC West is, because of the fact that Seattle right now is pretty much leading that division. I still think that I trust that Bucs team a little bit more than I trust that Rams team. That Rams team's got even more than a Super Bowl.
And Jet, do you know what? Do you know how many catches this man has overall this season? He has 22 catches for 224 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Who, Allen Robinson?
For Allen Robinson.
Well, that's actually a lot more than I thought he did. I thought this.
He's also averaging 10.2. Looks like I think his average is 10.2 yards per reception.
I hardly ever see him catch the ball. I don't know. I ain't
look at the schedule. Look at the schedule before this season started. This week 9 matchup looked like a marquee matchup. You know what I mean? We're talking about this.
If you want to go further into it, his splits on the road, he has 11 targets for 4 catches for 30 yards.
On the road?
On the road.
Oh, my God.
Against the NFC, 21 catches for 212 yards, 2 touchdowns. Yeah.
I guess Sean McVay can't turn everything into gold, can he?
All right.
Well, and that's
AJ.
what too. They also lost when they lost Andrew Whitworth to retirement. That also took a huge hit to the O line.
Oh yeah, big time.
AK.
And Saffold too.
From what I read, Giselle's a Wiccan, so she dabbles in like good and dark arts. Well,
Oh, come on, bro. Come on, bro. She's not gonna do that, is she?
Oh, I swear to God, man. So you think back, they've been married that long, and he had all that success. She was putting good vibes on him. Now that
Oh, come on, bro. She ain't gonna mess the man's career up, is she?
Rap. You know females, man. When you hurt them and you break their heart, they break your neck. Like,
Oh my God, yo.
I'm telling you right now, she put some bad mojo on this bro, and he is
Bro.
not getting away. This is all her doing. She put that negative mojo on him, and Tom Brady's done, bro. He's
oh man.
done. I'm not saying she set him up for injury, but he ain't gonna have a good career. Listen, I don't know, man, but something tells me that the Rams are gonna have a better day.
Oh, that's gonna suck, bro. I hope she don't do
I
that,
think
man.
Bell's wickedness is just way too much. Man.
Watch this game end in a tie. Watch this game end in a tie. AK, that was foul.
Yeah, man.
Bro, I'm
Dang, AK.
married. Listen, bro, I'm married. I know my wife would do the same shit to me if something happened.
God damn.
Revenge is a bitch, dude. Like, no lie. If you sit there and you tell your wife after what they were married 12 years, all right, I'm only going to play till I'm 45 or this and that, and then he plays longer. Like, you don't think for 1 minute that because of his decisions, forced that divorce. She's going to be like, all right, motherfucker, you're done.
That's wicked. That's wicked. If it is,
Ain't
that's
it wicked? Yeah,
wicked.
bro, for
That's
real,
why
man.
Hey, that's why it's called Wiccan, bro.
That's wicked. That's wicked, bro. Shorty could have just took
Hey.
Just take the L, keep going. She got plenty of money.
Yeah.
Are you richer than Brady anyway? Like, just take your L, keep him
Come on, yo.
Yeah, but that's
AK,
the
I
thing,
think-
though, bro. Because she is richer, she actually got the shit end of the stick. Especially if they live in
Damn.
California, the person who's the breadwinner is the one that gets screwed. And it could be male or female. If she made more money than him and they live in Cali, she owes him.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So, AK, really quick before we get into pick'ems, you said that the Phillies were going to win the World Series because the recession followed.
Well,
Thank you, Houston. Thank you, Houston.
No,
Thank you.
listen, there's a positive to that. They didn't win, which means no recession, right?
I love your way of thinking, bro.
I'm happy. I'm like, stop walking back up, baby. Let's go. I'm like, let's go. All right, boy. I've been holding off for getting this house. I'm like, all right, bro. Let's see what happens.
I can go buy a new car now, man.
That's what I was
Oh,
saying.
shit.
Why did I
Rolls Royce.
Oh.
I'm going Chargers. I don't know why I picked the Falcons. For the pick'em.
I took the Falcons.
Whoa.
I got Atlanta.
Geno Smith beat Herbert. I'm going Atlanta.
Oh yeah. Do does anybody on this panel really trust the Chargers? Let's be real. I'm taking Atlanta.
Like, every time,
I'm taking
like, the way that-
Atlanta.
because the way that I see it is like every time the Chargers get hurt, they cannot overcome that adversity. We can't. We tend to fold at the worst possible time.
I just feel another Phillip Rivers coming.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Not
another Phillip Rivers.
Hey, Phillip Rivers is not bad. I think Phillip
No,
Rivers
but
is
he
doing
didn't do
more.
anything. That's what I'm
Phillip
saying.
Rivers not bad, but he never got great. bro.
Herbert is not bad. I just don't think he's going to do anything, bro. It's just
It's that
Oh, yeah, they
Chargers
don't have
coach.
Keenan
There's something
Allen.
not
I
over
forgot.
that team. They don't have Mike Williams either.
it doesn't mean Herbert's bad. It just means he plays for the Chargers. That's
Well,
all.
not just Mike Williams. They also don't have Keenan Allen either.
That Rashawn Slater injury was such a major killer to that team.
Well-
Losing the franchise left tackle.
Apparently, the Cowboys are engaged with Odell Beckham Jr.
Stop
Hey,
it.
bro. If anybody can get
Yeah,
it
I
done,
saw Coles put that up. I
Jerry,
saw
bro.
Coles put that up.
We should
OBJ
grab.
knows better.
Listen,
OBJ
the Eagles
knows
should
better.
grab OBJ just to fuck all y'all.
If the Eagles grab
OBJ knows
OBJ,
better
bro,
than that.
I'm
If we
snitching.
get
I'm
OBJ, it's
snitching.
just like, why?
He said I'm
I would-
snitching.
No, I would
Bro,
get, dude. I would get OBJ, throw him in the slot just so no one else can have him.
I'm snitching, bro. I'm
He's not
going
even
up to
gonna
Philly.
play. He
I'm
has to
putting
go
dime bags in
now.
everybody's book bag. I'm calling the cops. I'm snitching.
He's so
If they do
snitching.
that, bro. If they do that, bro. Nah. I'm going up to Germantown, getting that good dope. I'm coming down. Be like, yo, bro. Yo, there's hoodlums here making noise.
Come on, man.
No, all I gotta say.
Why you gotta
bro,
pick Germantown, man? That's where I'm from. You ain't gotta pick Germantown.
Well, I haven't been up that far.
Bro, I wish Howie Roseman was a snake like that. I wish he was.
I won't bring OBJ over my side of the field. I'm gonna help. He's gonna help us put us over and make us a championship team over here with them Cowboys.
Oh yeah, you know.
Yeah, happy birthday to Jason Kelsey.
Oh yeah,
Shout out to the boy, man. Yeah, shout out to the man. Yo, that's what's up.
that's what's up.
All right.
Yo, by the
so-
way, if y'all have not checked out him and Travis Kelsey's podcast, yo,
Guys,
It's
Oh, it's
funny
good.
as hell.
it
I think
is
it's
good.
a
funny,
cool thing. You get an
bro.
in-depth view during the week. I mean, like these guys just got off the field. Like usually we're seeing this like off season, but we're seeing this mid-season, bro. Like you talk about plays you ran yesterday, bro. This is cool.
I
Man.
know, but
Oh,
they-
It's really dope, bro.
it's not even that though, dude. They are funny as shit.
Yeah, they are funny as hell. The two of them.
Are we all
Well,
going
unless
with
you
the
unless you
Falcons?
get Casey and Kelsey riled up, then you know what you're going in for entertainment.
They should have their own Hall of Fame, like their own little Hall of Fame wing with the two of them.
The
over
Kels
there, with how
brothers,
good they are. Yeah.
Oh,
both
yeah.
of them.
Absolutely.
All right. I think we're all. Are we all going to Falcons?
I know.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
I
I'm
picked.
going to Falcons. Yep. I'm
Hey,
definitely
Almighty!
going Falcons.
Finally, you showed up.
What up,
The
Almighty?
troll is in the building.
All right. Are we all going with the Dolphins?
Well, yeah, Dolphins. Let's be
Whoa,
real.
whoa, not me.
Oh, hold on, man! Not so
Whoa,
fast. Not so
whoa.
fast.
Wait, what?
Not me. Not me. Not your boy. Not your boy, bro. I'm going with the Bears. I'm going with the Bears, bro. Let's be clear on that, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going
Oh
with the Bears.
Lord, you going with the Bears for real, Tom?
I'm really going with the Bears, bro. Trust
I was
me,
taking the
bro.
Bears.
Yeah.
Too. Bears too.
Going with the Bears, bro.
Listen, Ted Bundy's being put in his place today. Just,
Going with the Bears, man. Shouts out to my boy.
All
Eagles
right.
Loose.
So, Almighty's going with the Bears. So does that mean you're still going with the Bears?
Still going with the Bears, baby. Still going with the Bears.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm still sticking with the Dolphins. I think talent wise, they're so much better than the Chicago Bears talent wise.
When the Bears heating up, bro, they learning how to win.
Yeah.
They had that
Shocking.
debacle in
After
in
they
Cowboys,
just traded
bro,
Robert
like,
Quinn and Roquan Smith. Good
they learning
lord.
how to win, bro. Like I got the Bears, man.
yep.
Claypool.
I'm
Claypool's
going
gonna make
with
a difference.
That's right. I forgot about they had Chase Claypool now.
That's what I'm saying. Like they learning how to win. Now you get the receiver.
TDs today. I'm telling you, watch.
No, I agree with Thomas. I'm going with the Bears too.
They still got to stop
I'm going
Jalen
Dolphins.
Waddle
I don't know what
and
you guys are
and
saying.
Tyreek Hill. And they,
Yeah,
they
that
ain't doing
defense is not great for the Chicago Bears.
Okay.
They're not
Like I
doing
said, we
that.
gonna see. We gonna see, my friend.
Bro.
Man, but they gave
Jackson
away
lost.
Roquan Smith, bro. Like
Yeah,
really?
but I understand that, but what we just talked about earlier, they only won by 4 points against Jacksonville. Like, come on.
No, that was
hats
Detroit.
off if y'all right. Hats off if y'all right. I don't see it.
And not to mention too, Miami almost choked against Detroit. If you really think
Yeah.
about
They
it.
did. They did.
So it's possible, man.
It is.
They didn't
Yeah,
give it Sunday,
Almighty,
baby. They didn't give it
But
Sunday.
the Dolphins got a 1-2 punch at wide receiver. The Bears ain't gonna have no answer for it, man. And no answer.
That's what I'm thinking.
They don't have an answer for that.
Did Jacksonville or Detroit have an answer for it? No.
Nope.
No.
The corners are better in Detroit.
Yeah.
Oh, the corners are not good.
Sports rap. Who you got? Bengals or Panthers?
Man, I'm going to the job football pool sheet for this one. I don't.
Oh shit.
Just
Oh,
eeny,
yeah,
meeny,
so-
miny, moe.
Yeah, so I
It's
actually
actually harder than it should be.
It's harder than it should be. I picked the Bengals, but I wasn't too confident in that pick, to be honest with you.
For me, the O-line is what it worries me.
Yeah. That O-line. So, but I did go. I'm going Bengals, man.
Is Chase back yet?
No, he's
No.
out.
No.
He's another 4 or 5 weeks.
Nah, Jamar Chase has been there for a while.
Carolina's got a way better chance than only 6%. I'm telling you that.
You think Brian
I
Burns is looking at shots right now, looking at that offensive line? Brian Burns might have 2 or 3 sacks in this game.
Yeah. Rob.
Yeah.
You got.
I took the Bengals, but I'm really kind of I might change my pick to the Panthers because that's where the way that I see it. I'm with Jeff on this one. I'm going to take the Panthers. Fuck that. I can't trust the O-line. That's the one thing that I cannot trust. Not if you don't have Jamar Chase, you don't have a good.
From the beginning of the year.
They don't have cornerbacks either. All the cornerbacks.
Their secondary is banged up. But yeah, I'm taking Carolina.
Man. Okay, look. I am taking Joe Burrow for the win. I'm not taking necessarily the Bengals. I just think that when it comes down to the quarterback, he is the better quarterback. I think that's the only thing that matters in this game. So I'm gonna give it to them by the helm. I mean, but like, there's a shitty team still. I don't. Hold on, man. I gotta find a coin or something, man. Hold on.
It's just eeny, meeny, miny, moe it, bro.
She throws tails. I'm going with the Bengals. It's the Bengals, bro. All right.
Mac.
Yeah, I got the Bengals too, just because it's now or never, do or die. The Bengals lose this game to the Panthers. Forget about it. They're not even going to the playoffs. They're not even seeing the postseason, man. Their season, I feel like, will be done, even though they'll be 4-5. I just can't. You just can't go out right now. This is where the Bengals got to step up and turn their season around if they want to have any chance at competing at playing football in January this year. I mean, deep into January anyway. Everybody got a couple regular season games in January, but I'm talking about in the postseason, man. You know, they got to do it. They can't go out there and drop the ball at home against the Carolina Panthers. And I don't care how well the Panthers have been playing the last couple of weeks. Cincinnati's a flat out better football team, and they got to figure out a way to beat them. And if they can't, their season's over with, in my opinion. So I think just because of the sheer desperation of them, they're going to go out there and get the job done at home against the Panthers.
Like realistically, man, in all honesty, he's 100% right. Like, these guys have to win out the rest of the season to even be
make the playoffs.
Because I think, think about it. You got the Browns just barely holding on, and they get Watson back in 2 weeks, I think, right?
And then you get, not to mention this too, you got your ass whooped by a Jacoby Brissett led Browns on primetime. God forbid, I hate going.
Yeah, the AFC East is really good too. All 4 of those teams in the AFC East are 500 or above.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you pretty much have to win out from here on out to even have a chance, I believe.
Yeah.
Like, you've already hit your minimum of losses. You can't go anymore. If you lose 5, you're done.
But going into this game, though, the Bengals' biggest weakness is one of the Panthers' biggest strength. I mean, their wide receiver core, they still got DJ Moore going against a bunch of backup cornerbacks, and also their offensive line is awful, and they're going to be going against one of the best pass rushers in the NFL with Brian Burns and Derek Brown in the defensive tackle. I mean, I could see P.J. Walker going out there and just continuing that good play. I could see it, but I think Joe Burrow is just going to find a way. I do think Joe Burrow is just going to find a way to get it done, even though it's going to be a lot closer than it should be.
All right. AK?
Yeah, man, even though I said that it's going to be a lot closer than 6%, I'm still with everyone here for the most part. I think it's going to be the Bengals. I mean, Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow's going to find a way to get it done. Like, this game is too tough to goddamn choose.
Yeah. I'm going to go with. I'm still going with Higgins and Boyd on this one, but like I said, Carolina's got a shot, man.
All right. I got the Bengals. I hate their offensive line. Packers.
Oh, God, this is another hard one.
I'm going with the Packers. I don't think they're going to lose 5 in a row.
I think they were going to lose 3 in a row. I think they were going to lose 4 in a row. I don't know.
What is Aaron Rodgers going to do if they lose again? Yeah, think about that.
Yeah.
I'm going Detroit.
It's in
You going
Motown,
Detroit?
man.
I'm
Yeah.
taking Detroit. I'm taking the Lions. I don't.
Yeah, I'm taking Detroit on this one.
Last week they just lost by 4 points. That's it.
And
it was
actually, they held their own pretty well against a tough Miami team too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. They only lost by 4 points against Miami,
Yeah,
and Miami's way better than Green Bay.
Yes.
So I'll take my chances with Detroit.
I think the
I'm
Packers
going
are
Green Bay.
passionate and burning. That's what I think they are. They are a team that is clearly going through the motions right now. And Aaron Rodgers, I mean, this dude might retire before the season's over. The way
I mean,
he's
he
going
did
right
come
now.
out and say, I did read one article say he blamed Romeo Dobbs and Christian Watson to him reconsider retirement. That's how bad it is.
Help out your
Tell
confidence.
me
in
if
your
that's
release.
not dysfunctional right there.
Yeah,
Just
that's
hearing
a-
that.
That is
help out
dysfunctional at its
confidence in your team.
finest.
How are you supposed to win football games when your quarterback's doing shit like that?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I wish I knew that before I picked them in my football pool.
I am not taking Aaron Rodgers to the Giants. Stop it, Almighty. Get that nonsense out of the chat. No, I do not want Aaron Rodgers anywhere near my football team. And any Giants fans that think that, they should just give up their blue, white, and red card immediately. No.
Damn.
No.
That's
I'll
the
say,
thing.
I'll say this too. Aaron Rodgers is washed.
You know what, man? I can't really say that because with the limited
I mean, he
talent,
looks like he's playing washed.
no, it
Well,
does.
Christian Watson is playing.
The limited
Yeah.
talent he has,
If
bro,
that
he's
really helps.
still got a 94 QBR.
Yeah.
So that's still impressive for what little bit at wide receiver he has to have a 94 QBR.
I mean,
That's
the only thing that right now they rely on is a running game with AJ Dillon and who's the
Aaron
other
Jones.
guy?
Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones.
Aaron
Thank you.
Jones.
two beasts.
I
One
get
each.
nuts with these Giants fans that say they want Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, you
and
heard
Russell Wilson.
me?
How are they doing this year, huh? How's Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson doing? You still
Ain't
want
doing
them on the
ain't doing
Giants?
shit.
I'd rather have Daniel Jones and then some over any of those guys.
Yep.
All right.
Okay,
Sports
this is a
Wrap.
joke.
You're going
I don't
with.
know if you've been serious.
All right. Sports Wrap. Who are you going with?
Oh, I said I was going with Green Bay. I picked them in my pool. I'm gonna
Thank
stick with
you. I'm not the only one. Thank you.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I pick Green Bay too.
Oh, there we go.
Somebody's got to win.
Well, they could tie. They could tie.
All right. Sports Wrap. We're gonna start with you. Patriots, Colts.
I took the Patriots.
I took the pay. Hold on. No, I actually took the Colts on this one, man.
Jonathan
They don't
Taylor.
have Jonathan Taylor, and they
That was
traded
JT.
Naeem Hines.
Patriots be up and down, and it seems like when teams make a crazy dumb move, they end up playing well the next week. Just like Carolina Panthers turned around and traded Christian McCaffrey and went out and won. So Colts is going to another running back. They got the rookie quarterback in there, and Patriots just up and down. So I'm going with an upset if it is you want to call it that. I'm going with the Colts.
Thomas.
Oh, bro. I'm definitely going with the Patriots. The Colts did a QB change. Come on, but like Belichick don't lose to rookie QBs or QBs like that. Jeez, that word beat me the fuck up. Had to take a breath after that. I was like, God damn. All right, now, but yeah, Belichick, he not gonna lose to no Sam Ellinger. Yeah, that this ain't gonna happen, bro. I don't see that happening. I'm gonna give it to Belichick and the Patriots.
All right, Mac.
I like the Patriots just because, like he just said, I like just from the coaching standpoint, just going to be out coached. I think, they're not loaded with talent, obviously, but the Colts are just they've dialed it in. They've already told you what they're doing with the rest of this season, man. When they made that move to sit Matt Ryan down for the rest of the season, so yeah, the Patriots because the Colts are clearly tanking it for a quarterback. So,
All right, Jeff.
Oh yeah, Pats. Just like both Thomas and Max says, Bill Belichick knows how to play against these rookie quarterbacks. He's going to throw out all those special defensive concepts and all these different schemes and everything and blitz packages, dime packages to throw this rookie quarterback completely off, and you got no Jonathan Taylor in the backfield. I mean, and that Colts offensive line is not as good as it was in previous years. And I think that the Pats are just going to do enough on offense to get the job done. So yeah, I'm taking the Pats.
All right, AJ.
Yeah, I'm going with the Pats on this one as well. If Matt Jones, if Mac he starts struggling, man, Bailey Zappi will bail him out. So, I'm going to go with the Pats on this one.
Yep, I got the Pats. There's no Taylor. They traded Nyheim Hines. They don't have I forget who their quarterback even is. So it's like
he didn't play horrible last week.
Yeah,
he didn't play horrible last week.
You think Frank Reich is on the hot seat?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I would be surprised if the Colts don't take a quarterback in this upcoming draft.
Oh my God, they need to get a quarterback.
1,000% what they're doing.
Since they lost, there's no team that has been more affected when they lost their franchise quarterback when Andrew Luck retired than the Indianapolis Colts.
They ruined it. They ruined him.
It destroyed that football team. Andrew Luck's retirement has absolutely destroyed that football team because they've been trying every single year to find a retread quarterback, and every single year it's failed, whether it's Brissett, whether it's Rivers, whether it's Wentz, and now Matt Ryan. That team badly needs to go back to the drawing board and get themselves a.
And I don't even have a first round pick this year.
Did they trade it away?
They gave it to. I think no. They gave us a condition. They gave it to us as a conditional second rounder that turned into our first for Carson Wentz.
Yep.
Oh.
And remember, if Chris Ballard doesn't get fired, yeah, you're going to still have him in the front office too, which is not going to look great.
Are we all going with the Bills?
Nope.
Yeah, I took the Bills as well, but if the Jets somehow upset the Bills,
this is my
sports wrap.
Oh no! I was y'all had moved on to the next one, but I was just gonna say if Frank Reich did get fired and Shane Steichen was hired somewhere else, I would take him back as an offensive coordinator. That's for sure. But anyway, we're moving on.
Who's picking the Jets?
I am.
I took the Bills.
The Jets.
This is my upset of the week.
I picked the Bills, but that definitely can upset them this week. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised.
Now, before I head out, Sauce going to get in the pick on Diggs. I see he going to return it for at least 25 yards. That's my pick, and I'm out, bro. I got the Jets winning by 8. Holla at your boy, bro.
All right,
bro. Good luck to you guys today, Thomas.
And Thomas, this is for you.
Those haters can't stand
What the hell they were thinking when they decided to do that?
Thomas said that they're playing every single day on the radio.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, why would you do that?
Are you trying to torture everybody?
Dude, I'm gonna be on Rio's channel on Friday. I gotta bring this clip with me.
I think Commanders fans are starting to feel themselves a little bit now. They're starting to get that little confidence back inside of them. I think they need a little bit of a reality check today against the Vikings.
I took the Vikings as well over Washington.
Well,
but
that's
in terms of that game, I'm taking Buffalo.
But I wouldn't be surprised if there was an upset.
I could see the Jets winning. But I'm taking the Bills.
Yeah. Better team wins.
No.
I'm standing alone. Let's go.
Buffalo's too good.
Yeah.
I'm going Buffalo myself. So.
Plus, I don't trust Zach Wilson right now.
AK, this is for you.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
That's a good movie.
Zach Wilson is garbage, according to Almighty.
I think garbage is a little strong. But
That's a little bit rough on the kid.
I mean, this is his second year?
Yeah, and he was hurt at the beginning of the season too, coming back from that knee injury.
Yeah. So I mean,
I
at
can't
least
say shit. He's done better in his life than I have done in mine. So who am I to judge?
Exactly. Good point.
All
Good
right.
point, AK.
Who's going with the Commanders?
Not me.
Not
I
me.
am. I absolutely.
Wait, you
am.
are?
I am.
Absolutely am.
I actually am too.
It's my upset
Really?
special of the week right there.
Matt, go.
I
I want to hear this. I need to hear this, man.
Yeah, go ahead,
Washington
Matt.
Commanders at home, get it done against Minnesota. This is a different offense.
But that stadium is garbage.
It's a different offense with Taylor Heineke in there, man. Whatever Taylor Heineke gets in that huddle, whatever he's saying in that huddle to these guys, other than just calling the play, they're responding to it, man. He's found that connection with Terry McLaurin again. He's looking like scary Terry again these last couple of weeks. Just with Taylor Heineke inserted in the lineup. It's a different offense. I'm sorry. And now, I don't know if Chase Young is playing today, but he's back activated. So it's I'm not sure what kind of role he's going to have if he's going to be on the field today, but that's a game changer as well that could actually help improve that defense that's been struggling a bit. So I like Washington this weekend, upset special against Minnesota, man. Kirk Cousins is going, his homecoming is going to get a little bit spoiled.
No, I'll go with Mac on this one. I'm taking the Commanders. I'm taking the Washington Commanders on this one. You convinced me, bro. I do believe that this team has got some type of mojo going with Taylor
I'm
Heineke.
sticking with the
I
Vikings.
really believe that this guy right now has just brought some type of energy, some type of upfield, whatever it is. Taylor Heineke has re-jolted this franchise, and this team is playing good fundamental football now. After last week, like Thomas said earlier in the stream, they had no business winning that football game, and they found a way to come back and pull that one out. So I do believe that they're going to find a way to beat the Vikings at home, and they're going to finally be above 500. Hey, every single team in the NFC East will be above 500. Look at that.
Welcome to the Heineke party. It's about time.
If I join, am I getting a Heineken?
You can have a Heineken. I'm telling you, man. Like these guys have been doing good the last couple weeks, man. They're on a roll right now, and it all starts with Heineke. You know, he should have been the starter to begin with. I don't understand. I don't.
Oh, jeez.
You know,
Anyone going with the Raiders?
Oh.
I mean, this is a trap game.
For who?
I think for both. Because Trevor Lawrence looks like a complete overrated bust, and that hurts me as a Clemson fan. And Raiders, good lord, their offense stinks. So it's battle of whose offense is worse.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence has not been good this year. That dude is looking really overrated. And you can't make the excuse he doesn't have a head coach because
I mean, he's got a good head coach. There's no excuses. I mean, there really should. And you spent all this money on free agents.
Going with the Raiders.
I took the Raiders as well. I think they're gonna somehow find a way to pull it out.
I'm picking the Raiders, bro. I
got the Raiders too, man. I don't know
it's
why.
Just I can't trust Jack because Shad Khan does not know how to own a team like the Jacksonville, and you spent all this money in the offseason to be 2-6. I'm sorry.
Shad Khan cares more about AEW wrestling than he does about his old football team. That just says enough right there.
Well, the city of Jacksonville doesn't care about football.
They don't.
I still question why there's even an NFL franchise in Jacksonville. That city don't give a damn about that and about football, man. That's just you go there to retire, man, hang out and shit.
I call Florida the retirement state.
That's damn good point.
I've always said it. The Jacksonville Jaguars are just a tax write-off to Shaka Khan. That's all they.
I actually picked them though.
I picked the Jaguars too. Thank you.
I actually picked the
And
Jaguars.
I hate Trevor Lawrence.
I'm taking the Jaguars. I just don't know. I don't trust this friggin' Raiders.
Well, I got the Raiders after getting embarrassed last week. I just feel like they're going to rebound against the Jacksonville Jaguars for some reason. No real rhyme or reason behind it. Both teams are disappointments. Both teams fucking stink. But I still think when you got two teams like that, one of them's got to win. And I'll just go with the guys with the. I like the Raiders colors better. I like the
Is
silver better.
Waller playing today or is he out?
He's out.
I think they might. Yeah, he's out.
Well, listen. The only I'm going with Jacksonville is because one, I hyped up the Raiders all off season and they made me look stupid. So I'm not going
to. We all hyped them up.
I'm not going to get.
Thanks, Raiders, for making us look like idiots.
Yeah, but I mean that's what I'm saying. Though, fool me once, shame on you. Me, fool me twice,
shame on me.
Yeah, like I'm not going to go down that road again, and not just that, but I trust Dougie
On
P.
the road again.
And the home too, if that even makes a difference.
Yeah, but I trust Dougie P over Josh McDaniels, so I'm taking Jacksonville on this.
Oh, you want to go to another overrated team right over here? This game on the right.
Seattle.
Seattle. End of story. Because we know that Cliff Kingsbury's going to get fired. I think we all knew that.
Yeah. Are we all going to Seattle? Or is
I think
anyone going
Gino's
to Arizona?
playing great football. Gino is playing great football right now. I just don't trust the Cardinals either. And Kyler Murray, this dude's just got to get his head out of his ass and start playing consistent football already. You just got to make a contract. Come on, step it up, bro.
Yeah, that is true. And not to mention, should not be butting heads with your head coach. But then again, like I said, it's been kind of crazy that him and Cliff Kingsbury are butting heads.
Yeah.
All right, are we all going to Seattle?
Yep.
I'm gonna. I actually picked Arizona.
Okay.
I picked Arizona too, but it's just I don't know. I just picked them because I'm mad that the Seattle beat us last week.
That wasn't why I picked them. But all right.
Well, Mac, do what I did. Pick the Seahawks as reverse psychology, then Arizona win. There you go.
Maybe that's why I did that. I picked that as reverse psychology. Pick Seattle, and then Arizona's going to go out there and win this game.
This next game, though, not looking forward to it.
Which one is it?
The Rams and Bucks.
Rams, Buccaneers.
The battle of who has the worst O-line.
I'm going Rams.
I'm taking Rams. I'm sorry. I think it's you don't want to bet against Tom Brady, but man, that O-line is just super terrible with Tampa Bay.
Bucks. I'm taking the Bucks. I think the Rams are just there's something wrong with that football
They're
team.
the wrong Bucks. Milwaukee Bucks is undefeated.
But Bucks. I'm taking the Bucks on this one.
I'm telling you, bro. Giannis is better than everyone on the Bucks.
I took the Rams in this one for some reason.
Because we know that Aaron Donald's going to eat against that Bucks O-line.
That's why.
Vita Vea will eat against that Rams offensive
That
line.
is true. Yeah.
Oh, they did lose Shaq Barrett last week for the season.
Shaq Barrett too. I think it was it was an Achilles injury. I think it was.
Yeah, he tore his Achilles, and I think Winfield might be out for the season too.
Yeah.
This is going to be a fun game. This is going to be a fun game.
It is going to be a fun game.
You're calling it, right? Jeff, you're doing that game tonight?
Yes, I will. I will be doing the Sunday Night Football game.
Chiefs and Titans, huh? Ooh,
I'm going Chiefs.
I'm taking Chiefs. I think they're much better.
I got something for my hot take.
Don't
I think
say
Kadarius.
No,
I think Kadarius Hunt's going to ball out.
I'm saving it for my hot take.
Yeah. Probably score a touchdown or two tonight just to rub it in our face. But it's okay.
Are we all going with the Chiefs now?
Actually, you know what? I'm going to buck the trend. I'm going to go with the Titans. I'm just going to take I'm going to buck the trend. I like what the Titans are doing. I think Vrabel's doing an excellent job over there. And I think that this Titans team, they're
that
team
depends.
to watch out for. Their defense is pretty solid, too, so I'm taking Tennessee.
I'm trying to – is it – no, Tannehill's not back, right?
I think he is. I think he
If
traveled.
he is, I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be close.
Malik Willis.
I like what Tennessee doing, but I think out in Arrowhead.
The Chiefs are
City, forget about it, man. I think the Chiefs are going to get it done, and I think Tony
God,
does go out there and have a big game.
Yeah.
Are we all going with the Ravens?
I had second thoughts about the Ravens too, because their offense at times cannot hold a fourth quarter lead, and that's what worries me. That's my biggest red flag with this Ravens team, is that they cannot hold a fourth quarter lead to save their goddamn lives. Shit.
Quarterback for the Saints.
So most likely probably Andy Dalton.
Isn't it Dalton?
Dalton's pretty much it. Dalton. I don't know what's going on with Jameis Winston, but I think it's going to be Dalton. I think probably Dalton for the rest of the way, but by the looks of it.
How about Michael Thomas?
Michael Thomas
functions better with what you're
Thomas is done for the year.
Yeah, Michael Thomas. Oh my God! What, if you want to talk about Giants fans like Mac and
Hey,
myself,
sports
talking about
represent
Kenny
the league
Galladay,
on the
Michael
off day.
Thomas.
Hey, look,
Michael
man.
freaking Thomas, bro. 3 years in a row and he's played 3 games. That dude is robbing the Saints right now.
Well, I mean, he's legitimately injured though. Galladay is just Galladay.
I think he's
mad.
legit hurt too.
Hey, sports rep.
That's 3
Look
years.
at that.
I'll join you.
Okay, cool. That's all right. I'm with it. Hey, look, man. I don't know if y'all ever been in this position before, but I was really in my feelings about a team. They ain't even my team. Okay. I was really in my feelings last week. I was pissed off.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, who the hell are you when the Saints beat the Raiders? Who are you?
Exactly.
You're supposed to suck. I need you to lose as many games as possible, not win. Yes, because we have your pick. So I'm like, what the hell are you doing? You're not good. You're not good. You suck. So
Sticking it to you.
I'm picking the Raiders because I don't want the Saints to win not one more game this year. All right. And every time they win, I'm in my feelings like, what the hell, man? These guys suck.
I hear you.
That division is so bad they'll fall into some wins.
Man, I don't know. They suck.
Yeah.
Is it the coach or is it quarterback? What do y'all think? Do you think Sean Payton would have still had them balling?
I think it's Winston too. Winston can't even get his starting quarterback job back from Andy Dalton. And some people even thought that Winston could be up there as a comeback player of the year, or be one of the top quarterbacks with him playing this year. So
that was their first.
Their wide receiver core too. I mean, Michael Thomas, he played 3 games this year. He's out. Jarvis Landry's been
not
banged
just that
up.
too. The Marshawn Lattimore's been hurt, so that's hurt. Trying to think who else has been hurt on that.
We took C.J. Johnson.
We just
You
took
think, you think the Honey Badger wishes he was still in Kansas City?
I think that's the way that I see it.
He wishes he came here.
Well, the Saints still have Smoke Monday, so I'll always be upset about that. But hot takes, guys. You guys have any hot takes for today's games? I'll say mine and get out of the way. Kadarius Toney will have 3 touchdowns.
That's an extreme take.
Yeah, that's
extreme. That's a reach.
You know what? I got a hot take on that one, but I'll wait until the others go. I got a hot take on Mr. Irrelevant, number 89.
Oh, damn. All right. AK.
No, come back to me.
I think my hot take.
All right.
I got a hot take. This might not sound realistic. I think for the Raiders and Jags, I think Trevor Lawrence is going to have over 400 passing yards, but I don't think that's going to happen.
No, that is an extreme hot take.
That's worse than mine.
I mean, shit. I mean, you got two battled of 2 bad teams.
That is true. Sports rep.
Mine is just I need whatever Jets team there is to really show up because I'm getting tired of every week not knowing if I should pick them or not.
Exactly.
See who you really are today against the Bills, but be consistent and play like that throughout the rest of the year because you're getting on my nerves. I don't know who to pick from week to week when it comes to these guys, man. So that's my hot take.
All right, Matt.
I think that the Minnesota Vikings not only lose to the Washington Commanders, I think Kirk Cousins throws 3 picks, 2 pick sixes against the Washington Commanders today.
Wow. All right.
Ooh, that's a good hot take.
Says Kadarius Toney will throw a touchdown pass.
Man, stop it already.
Bruh.
Okay? Stop
Hey,
with
that's possible.
How much is he going to play? That's the thing. How much is Toney actually going to play with Kansas City?
That's true. I mean, you still got Juju Smith-Schuster. You have MVS over there. You got
Hardman.
Kelsey. You got Hardman. Kelsey has been the most received. He's pretty much the main target at that point. So, I mean, I doubt Toney is going to see a little bit of action because, I mean, when it comes to being a receiver, because you know that Kelsey's Mahomes' main target.
Mm-hmm. All right, AK, you got yours now.
Yeah. Detroit blows out Green Bay by 21 points.
Oh,
All right. Okay. Jeff?
Tennessee is going to win by 2 touchdowns. Derrick Henry is going to have 3 TDs.
Okay.
I
That's good for me.
Kadarius Tony will get hurt in the first half and be out for the rest of the game. The hamstring. the hamstring will get hurt. The hamstring will blow out.
That's jacked up, bro.
That is really fucked up.
That's jacked up.
What he did to us was jacked up. I'm not going to say that. That was jacked up.
All right. So for that, I got another hot take. I got another one. The Giants will lose their bye week. The Giants will lose their bye week.
I got a hot take later in the season when we play your ass. Well, I'll
Say
save that
now.
until later.
How about that? Yeah.
Say it now.
Yeah, we got a hot take later.
Say it
I
now.
will save it. No, I'm gonna save it.
Wow.
No, it's a teaser.
You don't
It
have
is
that
a
much
teaser.
confidence in
It's
your
something to
team
make
not
you
to say
think.
now.
No, I'm gonna make you think. You don't reveal something immediately. You make people think until you eventually get to that day. Then you talk about it. Come on.
Anyways. Any more hot takes or nah? No one got any more.
Maybe I'll take back the Tony thing with the injury. That was a little rough.
that was.
I take that back a little.
No. Stick to your guns, kid. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, if Jeff hits it on the head, if he gets hurt with a hamstring injury, I think we can all laugh at Kadarius Toney for being injury prone.
He is injury prone. He gets hurt all the time. The dude always gets hurt. I mean, watch him play with the Giants the past couple of years. The dude always got hurt. Whether it's arm, toe, foot, leg, shoulder, whatever it is, he always got hurt. Am I wrong? Every single week, this dude got hurt.
I mean, same with Ben Simmons.
Well,
don't get me started with him. Hey, 2 in a row. 2 in a row without Ben Simmons or Mr. Irving. I'll take it. 2 in a row.
I want to know, how the hell did you make it to the NBA when you whiff layups?
Like, Zeddy, how does that happen?
I'm serious. Does that mean I can go try out for the Nets right now and get a job?
You probably could. You'd probably be one of the better players on that team.
Because I can actually make layups.
Or probably hit a jump shot too.
I probably can.
Yeah.
You probably not airball a layup.
Or airball or brick a free throw.
Yeah, I don't care. They won 2 in a row. I'll take it. I don't care if it's against Washington or against Charlotte. 2 wins in a row.
Well, Charlotte ain't going anywhere. And I'm considering dropping goddamn LaMelo Ball, you bastard, with the
He's
team
not going to be
England.
back anytime soon.
Well, I'm gonna drop his ass because it's really.
Is it in our league?
No, it's in a different league than I'm in.
Bro, they actually look like a basketball team right now for the first time all season. It just had to get rid of a few of those guys to make this team actually play like a basketball team.
At least you got a new head coach. I don't want to hear it. You got a new head coach.
Do we? Our head coach right now is Jacques Vaughn. We don't have a head coach right now.
Yeah. They're still holding off on the
That's better than what we got.
Well, hey, Mitch, they're just still holding off on that on the Udoka hiring.
Man, you guys are too hard on Doc Rivers. You guys are way too hard on Doc Rivers.
I was going to say something else.
I don't know, bro. Yourself on that.
I was thinking something else, but Mitch was going to say twice.
You want Steve Nash as a head coach? You could have him.
Nah, we
did. Doc Rivers knows how to coach.
One of the highest odds.
Stop it. I take Doc Rivers and then some any day of the week and 20 times on Sunday over Steve Nash as a head coach. At least the guy knows how to coach. Yeah, I said it.
At least Doc Rivers. Oh my God, I'm not even going to say this. I'll say it. Doc Rivers is known for blowing leads, taking out players when they're doing hot. I could go on and on for like an hour, but we don't have time for that.
Bro.
Anyways, you guys have anything to plug? Oh, we're sweeping the midgets? I agree with you, buddy.
You are not sweeping us. Just get that out of your mindset. You are not sweeping us.
Forget about it.
I said we're splitting the Giants.
I said we're splitting, but
I want to beat you guys in Philadelphia. I am sick of losing to you guys in that goddamn stadium. I want.
It's probably got a better chance of beating them in Philadelphia this year.
You do.
Yeah, I'm right here.
By the time we get to that game, the Eagles probably ain't gonna have nothing to play for anyway. So
Yeah.
we might get them just because of that. Honestly,
That's not true, Mac. If we beat them that first week and we still only have 2 or 3 losses, they're going to have something to play with. Because
well, I mean, yeah, that's all that has to all happen. I'm just saying it's a good chance.
I want them to play for something. I want that
Right
team
now.
in full strength. I want every single one of those guys out there. So when we play you guys at the end of the season, we show that it's no mirages. You guys didn't have anybody off. There's no.
Are you talking about the last game, Jeff? Because the last game, officially, we're not even going to play anybody.
How do you know? How do you know? You know
What I hope don't happen. I hope we don't be like 16-0, and then they're deciding if they're going to go for it, and we mess around and get somebody hurt and be done in the playoffs. So hopefully we already lost. It ain't gonna matter.
You're not going to be 16-0.
I'm cool with that.
It's shocking that I had this team going 12-5. I mean, at best, maybe 15-2.
AK's
I'm
very
cool with
quiet
that,
on
man.
this discussion.
I don't want to be 16-0. I don't even want to be undefeated.
Teams have been sniffing pretty close against you guys. They just haven't been able to find a way to get over the hump. Eventually, somebody will, at least one or two of these games going down the stretch. I'm not saying, y'all gonna still be obviously have a very impressive record, but I think somebody's gonna end up getting y'all.
Like I said, I had this team losing 2 games, one against the Titans, and I think one against the Giants. I think we're gonna. Because I think we could sweep Dallas. I think we have the better personnel to do it. But the Giants, I think we can split. I had this team splitting.
If you guys want to beat us, you better get us down, and you better not give us any chance of giving us a lot. Because that's what the Giants play the best, is when we're trailing or we're still in those games going into the fourth quarter.
Or try not.
Well, you gotta look at your schedule and see the teams that have a chance to actually exploit the one. Like I said, the one weakness the Eagles team has is that's defending the run. I mean, that's the only weakness I've seen on this team so far this season.
Well, and that's what happened, and that's why a guy like when Jordan Davis went down, that's where that weakness showed.
Yeah, but you look at the NFC East. What does every single NFC East team have? A good running game, and that's one thing that's a weakness of the Eagles is the run defense. The Giants' run defense is not really that much better. Our run defense is struggling. So.
I mean, it looks like you see that all the run defenses are not that great in the NFC East.
Well, Jordan Davis is going to be back by then. So.
The problem you run into when you play Philly is, they struggle against the run. So you got to keep that game within a 1-score game. If the Eagles get up on you by multiple scores, you're in trouble because of their ability to run the ball as well and kill the clock. Now you have no choice but to throw the ball, and that's why people can't get over the hump because they got to get out of running the game. The Texans, until the Philly went up by 2, and time started getting crunched in that fourth quarter is when we got those interceptions. He had to start throwing that ball because you can no longer try to pound us because you're running out of time. And that's the problem. Nobody's really been able to stop Philly from scoring. They're scoring a 27-point game. So unless you slow that offense down and run the ball, it's going to be hard to beat them.
Though I will say, Mr. Mailata over there, that left side, was springing a little bit of leaks in that last game against the Texans.
I think he was tired, man.
He might be going up against Kayvon Thibodeau, Thibodeau's been getting to the quarterbacks now. It's just everybody keeps holding that dude every single week. Yeah. So Thibodeau is starting to make his presence known on the outside. So I think that Thibodeau against Mailata, that's going to be an interesting matchup. Then you got
another X factor
on the other side.
Another X factor in that matchup, though, is Daniel Jones. If you want to talk enough about this, go through his career so far. He doesn't exactly have horrible games against the Eagles. He just does. I mean, you can say what you want. They haven't. The Giants team hasn't had the most success, obviously, against the Eagles. But Daniel Jones hasn't had horrible games against the Eagles.
Yeah. He played he actually literally had some decent games.
He played well.
And this is a better version of Daniel Jones this season that'll be going against the Eagles defense. So I mean, you just little things like that. Healthy Saquon Barkley. Eagles haven't played against a healthy Saquon Barkley since his rookie season. So
and I'll say this too. I think that's for Brian Daboll. I will give Brian Daboll a lot of credit though. I think he has fixed Daniel Jones and he fixed Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Oh, the only thing he had to fix on Saquon Barkley is keeping that dude healthy. Barkley, when he was healthy.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you can keep that man healthy.
Are you talking?
Yeah, man. Are we fucking done yet, man? Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? We are 8-0 until you beat us. All
Oh, I thought you meant with the show. I thought you meant with the show. We got another minute.
You guys want to pick apart Mailata because he had one bad fucking game? Whoop-de-fucking-do. What about all the shit he did before that? It is what it is. Everyone's allowed one fucking bad game. I understand. I was getting frustrated too with Mailata, but it is what the fuck it is. And Hughes is no one to just shrug at. He's actually pretty fucking good. You know, and he is a vet, 12 years in the league. Okay? I don't give a fuck. I have no reason to fucking worry about you. I got no reason to worry about Dallas, and I got no reason to worry about Washington. Until you fucking beat us, it's all imagination.
And guess what? We're not worried about you either. We're not worried about the Eagles.
You
because
fucking will be, because I'll tell you this right now. Your team.
Not worried about you.
I told you. Listen, you deserve to be in second place way more than what Dallas does, because you actually earned your fucking second. You've beaten Baltimore. You've beaten Tennessee. You've beaten actually really good fucking teams.
Dallas did beat us,
okay?
though.
I don't give a fuck. Dallas is just dipshits for all I care about. What I'm trying to say is you've actually beaten better teams than what Dallas has. Their beginning of the season has been a fucking cakewalk for them.
Try not to schedule people though, AK, because they think all our wins are flukes. They think all the teams we beat are flukes.
Well, but we don't make the schedules. We got to go out and we got to play who we play and who we're told to play. Jalen is told who he has to play, and that's who he goes out and win against. DJ is told who he has to play against. He goes out and he does his job with your team. You know, that's what I'm saying. But you guys have legitimately played better teams, like I said, 3 of them at least, Green Bay, Tennessee, and Baltimore, and you've beat them. Yes, the Dallas Cowboys beat you, but I expect them to, because their roster, no offense, altogether, is better than yours. Just like our roster is better than theirs. Okay? Yeah. Dallas beats you, we beat Dallas. It's only inevitable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the one thing I wanted to say when it comes to these records or teams we're playing, as far as the NFC East as a whole, I don't even feel like that's an argument for any of us, because we all are playing the same teams. People keep forgetting that. Outside of 3 games, maybe, we play the same team. So everybody's playing the same. So how can we say, oh, your schedule weaker? No, you playing the same teams. Every team that y'all played, we haven't played yet, and we gotta play. The only team we don't is the Ravens. That's why I said it's only about maybe 3 games that is not the same. But for the most part, we play everybody that y'all play. So it's like, how can we even have an argument about our schedule when we all really got the same schedule?
Let's just be real, fellas. The real season starts for every single one of us when we get towards the end of November and we get to December, when we all start playing each other, because we are by far, not even a single doubt in our minds, we are the best division in the NFC and in football. And right now, we will find out how good these teams really are when we all start playing against each other in December. That's when we're really going to see who is the true contenders and who are the true pretenders. Because we still got to play Dallas once on Thanksgiving, and we got to play y'all twice, and we got to play Washington twice. So we still have a lot more to prove against our division rivals, because we've been playing a lot of teams. Some of the teams we've beaten, a lot of them are going to say we're false victories, but I want to see what this team does against the real, true competition, and that is against our division. That's where I want to see this team step up their play and go out there against you guys and go out there against Washington and go against Dallas again, because that's where people are going to finally start giving the Giants their respect if we can go out there and not only play well against you guys, but beat you guys.
Now, Jeff, this is my question, because this is where my head is at right now. You as a Giant fan, in your mind right now, could you go out and beat Buffalo or Kansas City?
Well, we almost beat Kansas City last year, but in terms of this year,
no.
Man,
See, if you got to think, if you have to think about it, if you have to think about it,
I think with the heart the New York Giants play with, we can beat anybody. That's what it comes down to with the New York. Because the New York Giants, we obviously know, we've talked about it. The roster ain't shit. The roster is weak. And it's not even just the NFC East. The roster is weak compared to most teams in the whole damn league. not even just the NFC East. So on paper, I mean, the New York Giants play with heart. And they can go out there and get it done against anybody just based off of that alone. Nobody saw us beating Baltimore. Nobody saw us beating Green Bay. Nobody saw us beating Tennessee week 1. I mean, like you said, those are three. You can say what you want about the Green Bay Packers. They weren't bad until we beat them. Then now all of a sudden, I mean, yeah, they look bad the last few weeks, obviously, but they weren't considered a bad team until the New York Giants beat them. So it's like we go out there with that heart and can play with anybody, man, just based off of that alone, because we clearly don't have it when it comes to the talent from a talent standpoint.
Well,
clearly
yeah.
they're going to be undermanned there.
And I get what you're saying, but we also can agree that those three teams that you're talking about and the ones we have yet to face and are about to face are not even close to the talent level that Kansas City and Buffalo are. They're nowhere close to that.
They're not. But when you got a team out there that won't quit, won't give up,
I'm not discrediting it. I'm not discrediting it. What I'm trying to say is that, see, you say with heart, with Eagles, I'm confident we can go out there and beat them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure a lot of people do because of the rosters and how they match up and just the success that we have offensively and defensively against passing, to where you guys might have a little bit more of a weakness than what me and Dallas do. That's what I'm saying. There's only a certain amount of teams that can. And I'm not saying you can't beat them. I'm just saying it's definitely a matchup I'm waiting for, because you guys talk about you want to see if you're legit when you play us. I need to see my team be legit when they play Kansas City and Buffalo, because we're talking tiers here of team talent. You know what I'm saying? If my team can go out there and ball with the likes of Buffalo and Kansas City, I'm happy. Just like you guys want to be able to ball with us. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I got it.
I don't feel Tennessee is on the Bills level. So if we beat them, I still feel like it's a little being underestimated, because they're good, but they're not that good. So it's like, I want to play the Bills. So if we do beat them, it's like, hey, they were legit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everyone's going to be doubted until you play Kansas City.
The heart, nothing beats a heart of a team. If the team has a strong heart and they don't stop fighting and they don't stop competing, if you give that team just a little bit of a slither of a chance to surprise you, they will do it. And that is the New York Football Giants. That's the one thing that defines this football team. They define themselves
with this roster. 6-2 with this roster is unbelievable to me. Like I said, you can't convince me. You can't convince me that if Joe Judge was still the coach of this football team with this same roster, we'd be maybe 1-7.
Yeah,
maybe or something crazy like that.
Those coaches.
It's just no way in the world with this roster we should be sitting at 6-2 at the halfway point of this season, man. It's just. This team got just no quitting in them, man. Even last week against Seattle, this team still fought to the end. It just wasn't meant to be. It just was a bad day, and it just wasn't meant to be. But this team never stopped fighting, even in that game last week. So it's just there's something different about this New York Giant team, man. Something different in a very, very positive way. And once we get that talent built up on this roster, it's going to be a dangerous New York Giant team going forward. We keep this coaching staff intact as much as possible, which is very hard to do in today's NFL.
Yeah.
But if they can, man, this could be a special team going forward over the course of the next few seasons. It's going to be fun to watch.
And that's
so
true too.
I got a question for you guys. Because how successful you guys are this year, are you afraid you're going to lose anyone this year coming up?
Coaching wise, I think Wink Martindale is definitely going to be a guy that's going to be. He wants to be a head coach. I think a lot of teams are going to see what Wink Martindale has done with that defense, and I think that the people are going to go out there and try to see if they can recruit Wink Martindale. They could even recruit Kafka, though I think Kafka is going to still need at least a year or two more in that Giants offensive system. But I could definitely see Wink Martindale being a guy that's going to be heavily recruited as a head coach.
Not even just that. Some of these positional coaches might get targeted just in general, man.
What that dude has done with our secondary, and you look at our secondary at the beginning of the season, every single Giants fan said, what is the biggest weakness of our team? The secondary, the cornerbacks. And what this guy has done with guys like Nick McLeod,
it's turned it into a strength.
Jason Pinnock, what Fabian Morneau, what he has done with our cornerback position, Jerome Henderson, is such a great coach. He is such a high-level, phenomenal cornerbacks coach. What he has done with the level of talent he's had to work at that cornerback position. I mean, I could easily see a lot of teams going to look at our coaching staff, and I think they're going to look at yours too. I think Shane Steichen is definitely going to be a guy that a lot of teams are going to look to for a head coaching position because of the job he's done, not only with your offense,
Same with
but with
Jonathan
Jalen
Gannon.
Hurts.
Same with Gannon.
But I think especially Steichen because of what he's done with Jalen Hurts. They're going to look exactly
Right,
at that
yeah.
quarterback.
Well,
And
wait,
Jalen
wait,
Hurts played great football.
in all honesty, how many coaches do you honestly think are getting fired this year? How many available jobs will be out there next year?
I think Denver coach is getting fired. I think
After his first year, I'm pretty sure
I
Josh
do.
McDaniels is fucking gone. That's one for sure.
I
Frank
think
Reich?
all three. Frank White could
Frank
be
Reich?
another one. Kingsbury could be gone. Campbell, I could even hate to say it, but I think Dan Campbell could be gone after this year if that team continues to falter.
You think Chicago?
No, I think Chicago's going to start turning it around. I think Chicago. This is the lack of talent on that football team, and they're still competing at times. So I think that Eberflus is going to stay. The Saints, would they fire Dennis Allen if that team struggles?
Oh, I got a good one for you. How about Mike Tomlin?
No,
No, he's not getting fired.
no.
Can't get fired after one season. Can't get fired after one bad season ever.
Yeah.
You can't. One bad season ever. You can't fire a guy after that. I'm sorry.
Pittsburgh doesn't fire coaches either. If
Matter of
anything,
fact, yeah, that's also true. And
He
Mike
will
Tomlin, he's already built up his resume in Pittsburgh is built up to a point of he's leaving on his own terms, regardless. Period. No
That's
matter
an
what
interesting
happens.
one. Well, Mighty says Matt LaFleur with the Packers. You think he might be on the hot seat with the dismal stuff that's going on with that team? LaFleur could be on the hot seat over there in Green Bay.
Nah, bro, that's just losing Devontae Adams. That's what that is.
Well, look at they lost to Darius Smith too, and that dude is just having a monster season over there in Minnesota. That's a major loss too that they have.
No, Green Bay's just in due for a turnaround, bro. They got an old ass quarterback. Their team has been torn apart now. Like they just need to rebuild their shit.
Well, I got another one. Kyle Shanahan. If that 49ers team falters, you think they might let go of
I
Shanahan?
don't know about. No, I don't see that.
I mean,
think they're
that
very
team
happy
keeps
with him as a
underachieving.
coach.
That team's
I
got a
think
lot
they're
of
happy
talent,
with him.
though.
Yeah, but I don't know. They've had to already. Put Garoppolo back in and reinsert Garoppolo because of the Trey Lance injury. We don't know how different that things could have been if Trey Lance could have been everything that they think he would have been before he getting hurt. So I think they're going. Their Shanahan's I think job is pretty safe. I don't think he's in any big concern to get fired.
What about the Cowboys? If the Cowboys falter again in the playoffs, you think they're going to get rid of McCarthy and try to bring in Sean Payton?
Now, that's a possibility. If Sean Payton makes himself available, I think that could very much happen. I think the Cowboys want Sean Payton desperately.
Yeah.
And I think that that could happen. They could use any excuse, and it could be even a playoff loss. It could be enough of a reason.
You don't think they go with Dan Quinn first?
Jerry Jones is
I mean,
interesting
Dan
character,
Quinn
man.
does have that.
He is. And Dan Quinn's going to get a head coaching job opportunities, too, with what he's doing with that Dallas defense. I mean, that Dallas defense.
And that defense respects the shit out of Dan Quinn. Man.
They do. They love, like the Giants defensive, like the Giants respect Wink Martindale. It's the same thing over there in Dallas with Quinn. Dan Quinn is doing an excellent job.
With some of these coaches, though, I think they need to understand what they really do best, and just kind of stick with that, man. Like I think Dan Quinn's a phenomenal defensive coordinator. I did not think he was such a super great head coach when he was down in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not. I think some of these guys need to just stick with what they do best, man. Like we've had coaches, and some coaches are just made out to be better coordinators than they are head coaches. Man, we had one of those guys with the Giants a few years, Pat Shermer. He's just a much better offensive coordinator than he is a head coach. It is
Ben
what it
McAdoo,
is,
too.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
sometimes you also got to struggle in your first time to get better your second time. I mean, look at Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick was terrible with the Browns. And he goes on to be the best coach ever, after he got fired and then went back to be a coordinator and then he got hired with the Patriots. I mean, sometimes you got to get the can just to
It's
get
a
better.
different score too. You want
But
that head coaching position.
Bill Belichick found lightning in the bottle with Tom Brady, man. You're never gonna see a story like that again ever, probably.
No, I agree. That might have been a little excessive using him, but I mean that's the first guy that pops into my head. But no, I'm saying not every time do you get a Josh McDaniels where they suck twice.
Oh, Money Guy made a good point. Kevin Stefanski over there in Cleveland. If that team continues down into the shape, you think
Nah, they got other issues too. But they got other issues too, and I think to blame Stefanski completely would be wrong to fire him with a lot of all the issues they got going on with the Deshaun Watson thing. I just
trigger happy owner, Mac. If the owner thinks that the GM thinks that this team is better than the way they're playing, they could decide, you know what, Stefanski's not the guy, he's more of a coordinator, and they could want to go out there and get maybe a more high-profile coach.
Yeah, but the Watson thing is not his fault, though. Like
sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not people's fault to get fired for no reason.
That's true. I mean,
some coaches get fired for unfair reasons, but some people just want to change. So I mean, it's possible.
Yo, so we've actually gone 15 minutes over the time, but it's all good. It's all good. I'm just ready to put some football.
We're all off this week, so it's all good.
Yeah, I still got a stream with me and Cool Cat. We're gonna watch the Vikings versus Commanders.
I was hoping.
What game do I want to watch? What game do I want to watch at 1 o'clock?
It's probably that Vikings Commanders game, Mac. I think that one's on TV. I think that's definitely the one I'd watch. And the Jets and Bills one I'm interested
Jets and Bills. Rob is calling that one for the Hardcore Sports, and yeah. So we got a big day for Hardcore Sports. We got Rap Show today. We got Mac going to be on DJ Storms for the rewind of Crown Jewel. We got a lot of stuff going on today.
Go over there and kill it with DJ Storms, Mac.
Yes, sir. He's always fun to work with, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. His intro, I try not to laugh each time.
It's funny as hell.
It is. All right, guys. So thank you all for tuning in. We had like 8 or 9 people at one point. We appreciate the support. We're 3 away from 200. So appreciate if you guys hit that like and subscribe to our goal of 200.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so
when
much.
is the Rams and Bucks? When is that game? At 4?
Yes, that's the supposed quote unquote.
It's only 2 games in the 4. It's only 2 games in the 4 o'clock window. So.
Yeah, that's the game.
Oh, right. Yeah.
The game of the week. That is.
2 old guys going at it. Let's go.
Stafford's not that old, is he?
He's been around for a while now.
Older. Yeah, he's older.
He's long in the tooth now.
He ain't Tom Brady old.
Yeah, he ain't Tom Brady old, but he's old. I mean,
yeah. All right, guys. We'll catch you all later on. Have a good day, and let's go watch some football. We're relaxing today. No stress needed.
Look, NYG22 is here now. Just showed up right at the end. What up, NYG?
He just finished his stream.
What up? What up, man? What up?
What's going on, bro?
Wait, is he a Knicks fan?
I didn't even know he was streaming. No, he's a Nets fan.
All right, good.
I didn't know he was streaming this morning.
All right, we'll catch you all later, guys. Have a good one. And remember, fly over fly. Fly over fly.
Awesome power of nature, hot excitement goes after you get